All right, says we're live.
Cool. I'm going to check our YouTube. We should be live, everyone. Let's
So
check.
you need to these bars right at half, just in time, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, we're see you.
Let's see. I'm going to move my camera actually because I don't mind me, everyone. Tech world. This is just going to bother me that I'm.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, cool. Oh, set it up. Wait, I'm going to be moving to like another location halfway through anyway. So I see.
Yeah, there's me.
There's
me. Okay, it's good. We're live.
Yeah, I see us. I see the title. We'll change to that, right? Or is it just say Zoom? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but we're good.
We're good.
It's
we're
up.
Live.
Welcome to the Productive Conversation, second ever Productive Cast. We have Alex Young here. We're going to have the boys join us throughout the night. And this is the 2023 NFL Draft right here, right now. Mr. Goodell, the commissioner, is up. Everyone's doing their booing. There's two people with him I can't see, or who cares. But Alex Young, it's great to see you as we wait for the others. Hayden is doing a baseball game. Alex is being lazy and late, but we'll forgive him later. But what's going on? Oh, here's Alex Fidelio.
There we go. I'm doing well. I'm excited. Draft day should be a ton of fun. Looking forward to the chaos that is the NFL draft. So
just in time. What's going on, Alex Fidelio? You're
live. Sorry, gentlemen. Not like me. What's up?
Not like you.
No worries.
I beg to know.
I figured the first pick would take a while anyways. They have Heidi Gardner from SNL speaking, Eric Stone Street. So get your Kansas City celebrities in there.
Yeah, fuck them.
But we don't have Paul Rudd, the one that matters the most.
We're not that desperate.
Mm-hmm. But here we are.
Oh.
First round, 1 through 32. Just the three teams we won't see draft tonight are the Rams, Browns, and off the top of my head,
Dolphins. So the Dolphins.
Yes, Dolphins after the whatchamacallit scandal, with the tampering.
The owner of the tampering, with Brady.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce coming up. So yes, the NFL draft is going to be live from Kansas City this weekend. And I guess the big things we'll find out today, the big four quarterbacks in Will Levis, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, and Anthony Richardson. Are they going to be drafted? Are we going to see some big defensive players picked up? Which lines are going? Is Hendon Hooker somebody who might be under the radar from Tennessee? Will he be drafted tonight? What are the big things you're guys really excited to see for this first round?
I'm excited to see Richardson. I think that's going to be the most interesting or compelling story of the quarterbacks, where he falls. I know I wasn't on when you guys were doing your predictions, or where you thought he was going to fall. I think personally he's too raw to be a top 10 quarterback prospect.
Yeah, only played 13 games in his collegiate career.
I would, if anything, take him at the back end of the first round, but that's if, like I said, anything. But it's going to be interesting to see who kind of takes the bait on him. I like what he has in the intangibles. He's very athletic, but I'm wondering if a team takes a shot with a top 10 pick on him. So that's I think the most compelling thing. And I'm also interested to see what the Texans do at too, because it keeps on flip-flopping between going quarterback or defensive player. So those are kind of the two things. And we'll know early on what happens and see from there.
And with that
on the clock.
Exactly. Carolina Panthers on the clock, 10 minutes. Seems like the favorite is Bryce Young. It was plus 1,600 on FanDuel about an hour ago. And so it seems pretty confident the 5'10 quarterback out of Alabama is going to be the one. So it's just a matter of time. We know they have a new regime. Frank Wright's taken over, signed a lot of veterans in the offseason. It looks like Andy Dalton will back them up. So if it's Bryce Young, who we assume, they're in a good position, wouldn't you think? Or he is in a good position, won't you think?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of interesting things here. I mean, the draft is always crazy, so it's going to be, like I said, interesting to see what happens here right off the rip, right? We hear earlier today, it could be Young, but anything can happen. It could be Richardson for all we know. So, this is going to be
right.
fun. But yeah, I mean, so it's gonna be a fun time for sure. It's gonna be interesting.
And we'll also see some trades too. What looks like DeAndre Hopkins. People think he'll be moved tonight.
Looks
There
like
are we've heard
Cardinals
rumors
are
of
gonna move down.
Saquon. Yes, Cardinals. Hopefully not Saquon. I don't know how accurate you want to take that, but it has been discussed.
Yeah.
Do we worry about that once that bridge crosses out?
Yeah,
So do you
yeah.
think
I'm not going to
there?
go into the Saquon trade. I'm not going to start. I'm not going to be in the rumor mill. I don't think it'd be wise for the Giants to do it unless to get something good. I don't want to trade. Like I said, we've talked about this at length before. I would not take anything less than like a third for Saquon. I'm not saying to get a first or a second, but you got to start at least with a third if you're going to move him, especially with his bounce back here. And I understand there's a risk because of his age and his injury history, but he is kind of the engine of that Giants offense. And I would hate to see him go. So I'm not going to start it. I think he's going to stay put. You know, we thought Lamar might get traded, and you know, he re-signed with the Ravens. So let's just hope that the same thing happened with Saquon. So
$236 million, 185 guaranteed 5-year extension, and that tweet just didn't exist of him literally pretty much implying he's gone. He's gonna have to let that one go. That I'm just live posting right now as we speak. But here we go. Alex Rodelio, how are you doing today? We missed you. It's been a while.
Been a while. Missed you, gentlemen. Oh, shit. Fucking what a day. Happy to be here. Let's watch the Raiders whiff again in the draft, so.
Oh, yes. Take it all in, my friend. Take it all in.
I'm going to start now while I have the chance.
And don't forget, throughout, after this is posted, it'll be on throughout, forever on YouTube. And then we'll also have the audio version of it as well. And nice live reactions as well for Reels for Dolo to edit for us. So take advantage and just relax. Yes.
Thank you, Dolo.
Thank you there.
Doing the Lord's work.
Seriously is. Like I said, Hayden is at a baseball game. He'll join us probably around 9:30, 10. Hopefully just in time for that jet pick.
Hopefully he's here. If he misses that, I don't know. We're gonna miss a good reaction. He's gonna be fired up.
Yes. Hayden said after the deal was official and in one of our reels this week that Joe Douglas is one of the most overrated GMs in the whole league, even after acquiring Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see if he could change that. But what do you guys feel about that deal being made official now? And how do you feel about the compensation package overall?
I liked it. I know you guys talked about it the other day. I think it worked out, but it was weird to me that the Packers dug themselves so deep just to swap first round picks. I feel like they were hoping to get an additional first round pick from the Jets and not the swap, but I think it works out. I think it's a win-win for both teams. I wasn't mad.
I don't know. I mean, I've kind of been on record that moving the whole homestead for Aaron Rodgers isn't worth it from the Jets' perspective. I think whatever you can do to maximize getting off of Aaron's contract if you're in Green Bay is the best case scenario. So I think, kudos to them for sticking it out till the end to get what they could. I mean, obviously it's never going to be pretty, but they had to do what they had to do. And I just think that Green Bay long-term is going to have a 3-year drought and they're going to be back at the top of their division.
No,
yeah,
I'm interested with Love. That's the thing. We need to see how Love is early on.
Well, I think we haven't seen enough of Love, but we've seen enough to get a sample size that he's definitely a bridge gap quarterback. I don't think that any real move for the future for them. But if they could just take some hot L's in the short term, I think they're going to be paying dividends in the long term. I think for the Jets, basically you have a 2-year window, especially with the Bills and Miami there and New England, kind of recharging their batteries. I think getting the offensive coordinator back in New England is going to change a lot for them too.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting for sure. Yeah. Tough division for Rodgers. We all agreed. We all talked about it before. We wanted him to stay in the NFC. It's an easier trip to the Super Bowl. He's in the AFC now. Yeah. It's a whole new ball game. Well,
in the New York media, because he's made of tissue paper, so how is he going to handle that media?
Yeah, that's true. There's that too. Did you see, I don't know, Matt, if you were in the area before, but did you see on his press conference today that they had the green lights of MetLife on? And I was like, I don't know how that's a great selling point. Like, oh look, when we play here, when it's Jets Day, it's green, and when it's Giants Day, it's blue. Welcome to East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Yeah, then we'll talk about the geography. I didn't see that actually.
Yeah, they put
and,
the
they're just
stadium
taking
in his press
advantage of.
conference state of green.
We'll take advantage because and enjoy it because once it all changes, we know what's going on. We remember 2 teams share that place.
Yep.
I'm just making sure.
Shittiest field in the NFL.
It really is, honestly. All right, looks like the pick is in.
Interesting. Let's see what it is. You guys think it's Bryce?
I think so.
Reports it's Bryce.
Fool's gold, man.
I would have taken Stroud. You guys know I'm on the Stroud train. I would have taken Stroud.
I would have too.
Yeah. I'm more interested to see what happens at 2 than I am at 1. This is what's going to be interesting about the draft here is what the hell the Texans do.
They'd be stupid not to take Stroud, but
yeah, I mean, but they're looking like they might go defense too. So who like it kind of looked last year they gave up on who they thought there was going to be their quarterback. So
yeah, but
I don't know why they don't go get their guy now.
So basically, you're going to waste like the beginning of J.J. Watt's career the same way you do with the second pick.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So have no infrastructure, but have a great defensive player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and I understand Will Anderson's a beast. I think he's going to be a stud in this league. I like him a lot.
Did you get? I don't know if you guys have. All right, we're waiting. It looks like he's coming on. I got
the draft room. I just got the pick is in grab. I'm watching on the ABC feed. I don't know what feed you guys are watching on.
Yeah, I'm on ABC now, but okay. I got spoiled it. So I'm gonna turn off the Twitter.
Yeah, completely. I'm not looking at Twitter for right now because I know we're gonna be on all of us are gonna be on a little bit of a delay. I'm getting Commissioner about to be at the podium.
All right. It looks like Bryce Young from Alabama is your number 1 overall pick for the 2023 NFL draft. The Bryce Young era has begun for Carolina. So, like I said, it was expected for this. The 2023 Cy Young Heisman Trophy Award winner is going to be leading Carolina right away. Guys, how much better of a team are the Panthers now?
It's going to be a project still. But they have, a lot of young talent there, obviously. They got the coach that they want now. So, I think the future's bright in Carolina. Like I said, I would have gone CJ Stroud. There's nothing wrong with Bryce Young. He's a deserving first overall pick. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to think that they're going to compete, right away, Carolina, but they have their guy or who they believe is a guy. And I, hope it pans out for them because they gave up a lot to move up to the number 1.
So there's 2 questions at play. How good are they going to be, and what serious part of the rebuild are they actually in the time period of? So you could easily win the NFC South, no problem, even with just Bryce Young. The question is, what's their ceiling and if they're on schedule? I mean, I would say that they're a serious contender in the NFC by year 3. All things considered with his health and his size. Again, that's always been my question with him is just like his size and mobility in the league, because I mean, it's not a direct comp, but Tua definitely comes to mind when I see him and just, like his willowiness. He's not really very built. I don't know how well
he's only 5'10".
Yeah, he's small, and that's always going to be a concern of mine, especially with his release point. I think that the NFC luckily is wide open, so he can afford to make mistakes, especially in that division, because it's probably the weakest division besides the, AFC South. So he's going to have plenty of leeway, but it just becomes a matter of what is the schedule time for assessments with Carolina, because as we know, that owner is basically like the NFL equivalent of Steve Ballmer. So he's going to have really harsh, criticisms and checkpoints, for this team. So.
Yeah. Don't forget the Texans are on the clock, about 5.5 minutes to go. And the big question is, are they going defense or are they picking one of these 4 or now 3 available quarterbacks?
Are they picking Tigers lookalike from Ohio State?
And whether they pick a quarterback or maybe they want to pick up all their defensive players now, if they want to fool around with DeMarco Ryan and have a bad season, then try to pick Caleb Williams next season. We'll see what is in, and it looks like the pick is in, and we're gonna find out what's good there, guys.
You're ahead. You're ahead. Let's see if I can.
Oh, am I? All right, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
I'm at 5 minutes on the clock. I just got the pick is in now. Pop up on mine. Let me see if I can just bump off.
Don't worry, guys. One day when we do this in a big studio with big comfy couches, we won't have to have. We could have one late stream instead of three.
Or we're in like the media thing at the draft, and we're just like sitting there chilling with the monitor that has the draft going. You know.
Before you know it, guys.
Bryce Young, just interesting status on ESPN. Bryce Young joins Cam Newton, only quarterbacks to be selected by the Panthers with the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. So,
hey,
I mean, if you're gonna have a star like Cam,
kinda
good company. Cam was electric until he, started falling apart. So.
All right, and if they're going defense, are they picking one of these pass rushers, go linebacker? What do you think? Maybe is another person from Alabama coming off the clock from that defense?
Probably.
I would think it'd be
Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my pick. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
They shouldn't be giving them 5 minutes. This is bullshit. These scouts get all these millions of dollars. Ridiculous. PU.
Sure.
Thank you.
I want them to rapid fire. I want them to panic. That's what makes it fun.
Your boy's got a certain sleep schedule.
True.
Where is the draft?
I'm not 12. I'm not 13 anymore.
We're not in college anymore where we can just,
Dude, I would stay up till 1:30 for Laker games, like all through high school.
Dude, I have to sometimes do that now for work, and it's brutal.
Yeah.
Especially with playoffs, but I have fun. But
I think if you paid me $1 million, I don't think I could stay up till 1:30 to watch a Laker game.
Well, I can only do it now that it's the postseason and it keeps me invested. Like I'm just like, you know what, I might as well. I'm here. Might as well watch it. Also, I can't sleep on the job. That'd also be bad. But
All right. I missed. I was able to successfully block the tweet. I don't know who they're picking. Well, here we go.
I don't know who they're picking either. But I sent out a tweet saying on Twitter about the live stream. That's what I did.
Thank you, sir.
But
I'm doing that as we speak as well.
I think I saw something, but I don't know if I read it correctly. So.
Uh-oh. Here comes the commissioner.
Why does the Texans draft room look way more somber than the Panthers? Did you see the Panthers room? It looked like a party was happening there. There was like 100+ people who look like in that room.
CJ Stroud.
Ooh, I love it.
Number 2.
I love it.
All right. So they're going quarterback with this. CJ Stroud, there are rumors he might be even a quarterback to fall little in the draft, but they're going right away with it. Like the move that Houston has 11th overall pick anyways. So
first curveball in the draft here.
So pretty legit. I won't say, it's a shock. Is it one of the biggest shocks ever? But it's interesting. It's an interesting move.
It's interesting because we all there are all the reports for that the Texans weren't going to go with a quarterback. They were going to go defensive. Will Anderson. I don't know why that changed over the last few minutes, but
right,
maybe they were just doing a smoke and mirrors thing. They were trying to, get their guy, and I don't know if they were hoping he didn't go 1, but I'm happy that he's going to the Texans. I really like him. I think he's going to be the Ohio State quarterback that works out. Because I know a lot of people hear Ohio State and quarterback and they get afraid, but I really like him. And like I said, he just seeing that what he did against Georgia, me being a Georgia fan, just completely sold me on him. I liked him all year, and then seeing him against the top defense like that go out and kill it, I was like, yeah, this guy's something different.
It's kind of crazy. I did a 180 on CJ Stroud because I was pretty much virtually out after the Michigan game. But like Alex said, to his credit, like when I watched that Georgia game, I was like, oh, this guy's legit. Yeah. Like it's so crazy to see a player's transformation, even in just like 3 or 4 weeks time. I'm not saying that he changed that much, but I just think that his demeanor, his leadership, like his intangibles, in addition to all his arm talent, he's meant for this. He's definitely meant for the league. And I think that he's got a higher ceiling just with his build and his height than Bryce Young.
Yeah. I agree.
They'll definitely be synonymous with each other.
Yeah, I mean, they will for sure. But I think the thing was that also really sold me with CJ Stroud was that in that Georgia game, I know a lot of people complain he didn't use his legs as much during the season, but in that Georgia game with all that pressure, he was just ripping off runs like there was no tomorrow. And that's the thing I like about him, that he stays true in the pocket kind of quarterback. He's accurate, but he's not afraid to use it. He wasn't afraid at that moment to use his legs in the biggest game of the season for him. So I was happy to see that he was showing off his dual threat there instead of being, just using it all the time. He was being selective when he used it. And, against that Georgia game, it almost worked. They almost came up with that win at the end. So yeah, I'm happy for him. Now we got to see what the Cardinals do here.
So are they going to trade down? Or are they going to?
I don't know. I mean, I'm interested to see it. And that's why, I want to look at Twitter, but at the same time, I don't want to get spoiled. But...
Yeah, once I put all this stuff out, phone's going down, and the tablet.
Let's see. Any news? Adam Schefter with your 2 phones. Is there any news? Oh, the Mets are finally getting offense against the Nationals, so that's good to see.
The Yankees are winning 1-0 too. I was about to hit a parlay this week on it, and then it was I think it was Rangers and Reds, and they gave up 5 runs in the last 2 innings, up 5-0, and I lost in a 1.5, a -1.5.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing any trade rumors yet from the big insiders. They're definitely shopping. They're at my thing, at least they're at 2:45 on the clock.
Yeah, I'm at 2:30, so we're back. We're pretty well. What about you, Renelio?
Renelio might have walked away for a second. We got to see where he's at. Let's see. We got Eagles. Adam Schefter 40 minutes ago. Eagles and Cardinals settled a tampering investigation today involving the hiring of former Philadelphia defense coordinator Jonathan Gannon as Arizona's head coach. This Eagles traded pick number 94 in the draft in a 2024 5th-round pick to the Cardinals for pick number 66 in this draft. So I guess they avoided that or getting in trouble. Oh my God. Huge news from Adam Schefter 15 seconds ago.
Here we go. Drop it on us, Alex.
The Cardinals have traded number 3 to the Texans. The Texans are going to get their quarterback and their defensive leader now.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know who they're drafting,
this ballsy move,
but I think it's a great move. This is interesting.
Jeez. All right. Give credit to GM Nick Caserio on this one. He pretty much he was in the front office for New England, and look what he's just pulled this off.
Yeah.
Nick Caserio. Impressive. I like that.
I do like it. But I want to know the compensation, but they're going to have to probably give it up a lot, but they're going to get their quarterback and
top defense player. And who's it going to be? Is it going to be Brian? Is it going to be CJ's teammate and Will Anderson? Are they going with Jalen Smith from Georgia? What's going on?
I think they'll go Will Anderson. And then you have Will Anderson went to Alabama, so You're gonna have 2 Alabama players in the top 3 between Bryce Young and that's impressive. But let's see. Texans draft room. The guy is on the phone. I think it's D'Amico Ryans. He's laughing. So wait, the Texans had pick number 12, correct? As well.
Yes, let me confirm that. I actually think it's NFL draft. I thought it was number 11, but yeah, you. One moment. Wow, they really want to test. But one thing we're seeing, they definitely want to. They don't want. I guess they really want to make the most of this season.
The division's wide open, you know.
Shout out to Shams right now. I don't know if you guys are seeing. Shams is like beating a lot of these NFL reporters right now in draft week. I respect
also,
it, man.
The Cardinals are getting the 12th overall, so they traded the 12th overall pick for it.
Okay.
So Texans get 3rd and 105, Cardinals get 12th, 33rd, a 1st in 2024, and a 3rd in 2024. Wow.
That's not bad. Honestly, that's pretty solid. That's a haul for the Cardinals, but
right, but yeah.
The Texans get their defensive guy. I mean, but the Cardinals also get. I mean, and it's next year, right? So if the Texans struggle, the Cardinals, and if the Cardinals struggle, they might have 2 picks in the top 10 next year.
Well, let me ask you this, guys. Like, I mean, is Houston entirely bereft of talent? I don't really think so.
Who? Sorry.
Is Houston really?
I don't mean to interrupt, but here's the pick.
No, I don't think they are. I think they're a solid team that just didn't have a quarterback.
I think so too.
That's really in a solid defense too. But now they just got their
Will Anderson guy. Jr., the linebacker from Bama. He's going to Houston as well.
There you go. So you got CJ Stroud, Ohio State. You got Will Anderson, Alabama. You're getting a couple powerhouse schools, and then obviously the 1st overall pick, Alabama. Alabama's pretty happy right now. There's your recruiting right there. Hey, you want to come join us? We got the 1st pick in the draft and the 3rd pick in the draft.
Seriously. Mm-hmm.
I mean, but Saban doesn't have to really recruit that much. He just says, "You want to wear the Alabama Crimson Tide?" And like, yeah, I'll be there.
Pretty convincing.
It's pretty convincing.
You want to finger some red tide?
Massive NIL money.
Yeah. Do you want to be an automatic top 25 bid?
Pretty much, yeah. You run a sub 4.5 in a Alabama jersey, you're guaranteed to be like a top 10 pick. But there's Saban. Saban's suit is pretty awesome. Gotta say, he's rocking a pretty awesome suit.
I'd hope so with his money.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, right.
It's like your typical, it's like a casual suit, like it's not a lot of bling on it, but it's like a nice pinkish color. I respect it. You look solid in it.
All right, Indianapolis is on the clock right now. Are we seeing them picking another quarterback? You feel like that you'd have to at this point.
I would think. I mean, the top 2 are off the board. Colts need a quarterback. I think they could go Levis here. I would think.
People really like Levis at this. His draft stock has grown a lot in the past couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, I mean, but he has all the intangibles. The problem is that we haven't seen that work out recently, right? Like you see these bigger quarterback bomb arms. You can look at Levis kind of like a Josh Allen type, but does that mean he's going to be a successful Josh Allen? No, he could be like honestly Zach Wilson, where we saw the arm talent, but it didn't pan out. Not saying Will Levis is bad. I think he's solid.
The one viral clip of you throwing the ball great will get you a high draft pick.
Exactly. So it's going to be interesting though, because like Seattle, I know they just locked up Geno, but like
I've heard about them trying to
use that to get like Anthony Richardson and have him like develop behind Geno. But again, that's a kind of a reach for them. I would think they would want to work on their defense or offensive line. Even though they don't know what an offensive line is, but Will Anderson, solid. I think he's going to be really good.
Oh yeah, he was probably like the most like secured pick, I think.
Yeah,
Most NFL ready, if you will.
if Nolan Smith didn't get in trouble, I wouldn't have been surprised to see him drafted high. But I think right below him was Will Anderson. But I think Will Anderson, you could argue, is better than him, and so now the Texans have their leaders on both sides now. So and I thought they would have to give up a lot more. They gave up a good amount for sure, but I think they did well. I think they did pretty well.
And again, another thing, when we grow bigger, have a social media team to do this it's going to be really helpful too.
We're all just trying to like get our like tweets out and fire things off. I just realized I don't even know if my work email, I think my work email got sent. I don't even know. I was in such a rush leaving the office today to get here.
Well, we really appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
I was like, I'm not missing the draft. But did I send my production report? Let's see. I did. Cool. For some reason, it like glitches on my computer when I like close it, and it says it's like in draft. So I'm like, draft. Yeah, but that didn't happen.
All right, the pick is in for Indianapolis.
What an embarrassment they were last year.
Yeah,
there was so much hype.
It ruined. It closed the chat. It closed Matt Ryan's career.
I mean, they shouldn't even had him though. Like,
We
we saw what was happening with him. Like, I wouldn't even been like, he's the answer. Like, it's not the case.
Answer for like a 5th grade question.
Yeah.
What day is it?
Like that team wasn't a Matt Ryan away of winning the Super Bowl. They were like a Jalen Hurts. Like, they needed like a really good young quarterback, which they could be getting right now. But we'll see. Look, see Nick Saban. You guys are watching ABC. There's the Nick Saban suit.
Yes, now they have
I love it.
Anthony Richardson on mine.
Probably set up a little bit. I gotta get a drink too. I saw Alex with his beer, and I'm like, oh, I'm jealous.
All right, here we go. Anthony Richardson.
Wow.
Out of Florida. He's going to Indianapolis.
Wow. That's a big one.
The team led by Jim Irsay does not care. They think this guy has the potential, despite the hesitation, despite only playing 13 collegiate games. Anthony Richardson, he's going to Indianapolis. How about that? A team that it seems that they need to rebuild the most. And there's a good chance for them. What do you guys think?
Man, I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting Levis.
Me too. This is a huge shock.
This is a shocker to me. Not that like I'm not surprised he went up. I told you earlier. I didn't know if he was going to be a top 10 pick. He just went 4th. I think he has a lot of potential. He has a lot of the intangibles you like to see, but he's very raw. He's very, very raw, and I don't know if you throw him right into the situation right away. I think he was kind of a guy you had to help develop. So now it's going to be interesting to see if the Colts bring in a veteran to help teach him a little. But like I said, he's 6'4", he's fast. Like I said, he's solid all around, but he didn't play a lot of college games. So I'm surprised here. I'm definitely surprised here. I like him, but he has to get developed. And being a 4th pick, you got to get developed quick. You can't sit and wait.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think what was it? Since Peyton was in Indianapolis, the last time I ever said in my life that the AFC South was must-see TV because I think like it feels like it's just everybody in that division is playing with house money except for Tennessee. But even Tennessee is interesting because they're doing a pivot post Tannehill career era. I just think that there's so much really cool talent to see right now in the AFC South, and this is going to be an interesting experiment because we've never seen a body like this so big and so agile in a division like this. It's going to be nuts.
I wonder if now we're going to see where Will Levis is going out of the top 10 who's still left. Do we see the Seahawks right now trying to secure their future?
No.
Do we see the Titans trying to sneak in? They're at 11.
And what about us?
Well, despite just signing Jimmy Garoppolo, do you think that would be a smart move?
Of course, he's not going to be healthy for more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I
That's
get
a good point. That's a fair point.
So are you hoping to see Will Levis right now get picked?
Well, I just want a healthy quarterback because I think our talent, the talent on our roster, the 53-man roster, is that good. I think there's a little chaos organizationally, which would probably inhibit our quarterback choice no matter what. But I don't think that it's dire straits to have a quarterback right now. I think as long as you have Jimmy G in conjunction with McDaniels, you have some kind of structure. And if not, you fire him faster. So it's all good. It's win-win.
The quick trigger, just firing of everyone.
From the hip.
Just everyone's gone. Everyone's got to go. All right. I'm just trying to wait. They haven't taken a commercial break yet. I'm like, when's the time I could run up and either make myself a drink or grab a beer? But I'll grab it in a little.
Yeah, probably after this next one, like right away.
I know. My team's pissed. My team's pick is the piss break. So I got them conflated because it's top of mind.
Seems that Richardson shocked himself that he got picked.
I know, right?
Picked this.
You imagine being that age, like getting elevated to that level so quick.
Oh man,
13 collegiate.
No, I can't imagine.
Like, you went from 13 collegiate starts to being a top 5 pick in the draft. Like
crazy.
What a time for it to be alive for him.
Combine stud. We all know that. Showed great flashes on the field, but it's just surprising. Like I said, I think knowing how the Colts like franchises, you would think they would lean towards a guy like Levis, like big, and Anthony Richardson is tall too, but like the strong arm, like style of quarterback. It's gonna be interesting to see where they have a dual threat in Anthony Richardson. So,
yep, 100%. I couldn't have put it better. Oh man!
I guess they're taking a break right now, even though there's only 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, that's the thing I wish like I could see is like the production side of the draft, right? Because there's obviously a bunch of people and like I think moving on, but it's like their clock is at like 2. They're going to take a break, and they have to tell the commissioner to wait till they're back to walk up to the podium. That's always the thing. It's like they could draft take forever, but yeah.
All over the place. So what's the score of the Rangers Devils right now?
I think it's 1-0 Devils. I could be wrong.
Ooh.
Could be wrong.
2-0 now. 14 minutes in the second. Oh boy.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a drink.
Sounds good. We're coming to you live for the Productive Cast. We're coming to you live from YouTube. This is the Productive Cast, the second ever one, live streaming the first round of the NFL Draft. We have the Productive crew with us. Alex Ranelio, Alex Young, both taking quick breaks. Hayden Nadler should join us a little later in the night. But in other news, we have a great weekend of sports ahead. Obviously, we are going to have the end of this first round and the second round starts in the East, Knicks and Heat. Words can't describe how excited you have to be, especially for two NBA franchises that no one necessarily thought that they'd be going up against each other, and they are. unpredictability of sports, right? The NHL playoffs should be coming to a head as well. Obviously, we are locked in with the Rangers Devils. We know Devils winning right now 2-0. But if the Rangers can pull this off and go to Madison Square Garden on Saturday night and clinch the series, that is ideal. Or will they play for their life and try to force a Game 7 for Monday night in Newark? And then we also have some Yankees and Mets baseball being contenders, seeing what's going on there. Both of them are winning at their games respectively at this point. Let us check those scores right now. As the Yankees are up 3-0 against Texas, Mets are up 4-1. Then next week, what do we have here coming on next week for this show? We have Jeterman #1 coming to join us to talk about his early career making content and rapping and dancing. He's a hilarious dude. We have NBA playoff coverage next week as well. You don't want to miss that. And then we're also covering our first UFC event, the UFC event in Newark, which is going to be this Saturday. And then we're going to preview that at the end of next week as well. So, yeah, going into May, flying high. The Kentucky Derby's next weekend as well. Pretty cool stuff. Seahawks pick is in. And it looks like they're going to pick that shortly. Here we go, man. It looks like an awesome place to be in Kansas City right now. Still waiting for that pick.
I know. In commercial stuff. I heard you saying it looks awesome to be in Kansas City. I want to go. Kansas City really bad, but it's both for baseball, the Negro League Museum is there, and it looks like an awesome spot, and I really want to go.
Oh,
check it out there. And then it looks just awesome. Like the draft just looks awesome. Like just like downtown Kansas City looks like really cool. And also Kansas City is known for the barbecue, and I'm a big barbecue guy. So
yes, NFL's doing it right going to these different seasons, towns.
Yeah, I think it's good. You know, you're expanding everything. You're getting excitement in different cities. You're obviously getting tourism. I think it was smart. I mean, I love that it was in New York a lot, but it was cool when they started moving out. 5th
overall pick, Devin Witherspoon out of Illinois. He is the cornerback, a high pick for a corner. And by the way, we have Hayden Nadler joining us live. Hayden, great to see you. But Devin Witherspoon.
Interesting. I mean, they need his help in the secondary. I thought they were going to go on the D line or offensive line, but they go corner.
And I guess, again, we'll see where Will Levis is going. That's going to be interesting, too.
7's looking good. I don't know if I was here.
Legitimately shocked they picked Anthony Richardson at 4.
Yes,
legitimately shocked. I couldn't believe that. I mean, that's a huge risk with a guy with a lot of. He's very raw, to put it lightly.
Yeah,
only
we agree.
53% of his passes. I mean, that's really, really high to take a guy with that much developing.
Yeah.
Needs to be developed a lot, and with the Colts, they don't really have time necessarily to develop their quarterback. So, pretty shocking they went that high with Anthony Richardson. I did not expect that, to be honest.
What's going on though, Hayden? How are you? It's
I'm
good
good.
to
I
see
just had a
you.
game.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how did it go?
We ended in a tie. The kid made a game-winning catch to save the game, so I'm happy.
Oh, classic Little League, or is this high school?
Yeah. But oh my God, that Houston trade they got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Houston might have won the draft.
The Cardinals got a lot out of that too. They got 12-33, a first in 2024, and then Texans got for a guy who Will Anderson Jr. is supposedly the best edge rusher in the draft. So,
what up, Hayden?
I was gonna say they got their offensive leader and they got the defensive leader. So I like what they did.
Hold on. I mean, I'm just shocked that Richardson went ahead of Levis. I'm actually pretty.
That's what. You missed out. We were just talking about that. That we would think that knowing how the Colts are, that they would take that type.
I guess they want to go with the fact they want to go with the upside over the more like
polished.
Anthony Richardson's going to take a while. Like he's not quite there yet.
Yeah,
like, he starts right away.
It's going to be a disaster. He can't start. Right. And that's the thing. They have to sign a veteran, but they don't have another option.
They have no other quarterbacks. They got Matt Ryan, Nick Foles, and Sam Allen.
Let's see who's on the Colts.
By the way, how do you turn the volume off on texts? By the way, I'm just trying to get the volume off.
On what?
How do you turn the volume off on texts?
Like phones?
On the computer.
Oh, on the computer. Let's see.
Like keep getting pings, and I don't want it to interfere with the video.
Oh, like from like the site, you're saying?
No, from like text messages and
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Use I'm not an iPhone guy. I'm assuming there's probably a way you can like silent notifications on there. Let's see. I'm gonna look at the Colts quarterback room right now.
How to do that right now because I don't want the pings to interfere with the.
So as of right now, it is Nick Foles and Sam Ellinger.
And we're getting a report right now that Arizona is trading up to number 6 per sources.
Ooh,
trading with Detroit.
Did Nick Foles like not retire after he got murdered by Thibodeau?
And it's official, by the way. Number 6 people picking number 6 is the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, the Cardinals got to 6. Wow.
Yeah, that's
So
surprising.
what are they going to do?
So
they
they traded down to trade back up.
No, how did the Cardinals get 6? The Cardinals got did they trade with the Lions?
They traded with the Lions, but so they traded down with the Texans to move
up to 6.
Yeah, move up to 6. Or they've got 12 from the Tex. Yeah, so they moved down from 3 to 12, and I guess they moved from 12 to 6.
You guys just care if I turn off my video for a second? I'm just going.
No, you're good.
Yeah, if you need to take a break at any point, go on.
I'm trying to get my TV on.
Yeah, do what you got to do. If you need to take a break, you need to go to the bathroom, get some water. Do what you must.
The live stream, we're having fun.
Oh yeah, giddy up.
Let's see. Come on, Schefter. Break down the details for me, buddy.
Shifty.
Did I not follow Ian Rappaport? I'm a bad NFL fan. I thought I did. Oh wait, no, I'm on my other account. I'm on my streaming
number 6
Twitter.
for 12 and 64. Sorry, it's 12 and 34.
It's 12 and 30. That's what they got?
Yep.
That is.
Can you hear the volume in the back of my TV or no?
No, you're good. Brett Beatty, 3 for 3 tonight. Let's go, buddy. Sorry, just seeing all this thing.
The Giants should draft a receiver. Giants gonna draft Jordan Addison. I heard.
That's what I think I'm looking at that. I want that. I wouldn't mind. I mean, they're stocking up the wide receiver room anyway, but we need another one.
Matt, you can't hear the volume in the background, right? Or you can.
You're good.
My headphones, you can't.
Just let me know if you can, because I'll move it.
Same with my TV. Can you guys hear it or no?
No,
okay.
Can't hear me either, right?
No, you're good. I just
like
have
I said, Hayden,
yeah.
One day soon in the near future, we'll be able to do this in one big room with some big monitors and can all fall with one stream with it.
I was telling Matt too. I said, or we could be in media row where we have our own section, and then we have that.
Cardinals traded up though. So who's going to get Levis? Who do they think is going to take Will Levis?
Well, Alex wants the Raiders. It looks like it might be more likely now.
I want implosion. Let's go.
Oh yeah, you just want the team to fall apart. But anyone that gets taken by the Raiders the last 10 years, that's a first round pick, has not panned out.
If they're just gonna keep fucking up on defense, I want at least some kind of stud on offense. I can't have
whatever happened to Colin for whatever his last name was from Clemson. Did they just cut him?
Cleveland Farrell?
Yeah, is he still on the team?
Well, he was a bust. They've shifted all over the defensive line. He sucks.
Well, yeah, he shouldn't have gotten taken 4th overall. I remember even me. I was like, that's interesting.
I wouldn't let him pump my gas in Jersey.
Dude, the Falcons may take Bijan.
Yeah.
Who's the Cardinals running back, by the way? Because I feel like they actually could they use a running back?
I don't know if they'll take.
I feel like it was Cordero.
No,
they have James Conner. Doesn't the Cardinals have James Conner?
No, Cardinals.
You're telling me you wouldn't take Bijan Robinson right now if you're Cardinals? James Conner, Bijan, that'd be a pretty good group. They got Bijan. They got James Conner, Corey Clement. Imagine you add Bijan to that.
Be solid. Farrell's now with the 49ers.
I think they're gonna. I don't know. I think they may take Bijan right here. Actually,
I got to see this draft. He was picked 4th in 2019. Oh boy, what the Raiders could have had.
Do we see that? Could Alex? Do you think this could be a chance for Jalen Carter to get picked? Could use the edge rusher, no more JJ Watt.
I wouldn't be surprised. I like Carter a lot. I know obviously he had the offseason issue.
Oh wow.
But I'm
offensive tackle.
They took offensive tackle a little behind, so we're trying to see. But I'll see who it is. But
Right, the
they also need
Cardinals.
that too. Yeah, Renelio, do you want me to give you a list of who the Raiders could have had?
Yeah, if you want to make it hurt, go ahead.
Devin White, Daniel Jones, Josh Allen, TJ Hawkinson, Ed Oliver, Devin Bush. You could have had.
All right, Paris Johnson Jr. from Ohio State is number 6.
I like it. You could have had Chris Lindstrom, good offensive lineman. Brian Burns, great defensive end. You could have had Dexter Lawrence, a great defensive tackle. Jeremy Simmons, great defensive tackle. You did take Josh Jacobs in the first round, but 24th. So
Yeah, that's
you
the only.
hit one pick in that one.
And guess what? Guess what, Alex? They're gonna fuck up his contract too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's going to be amazing to see.
Thank you.
Absolutely, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see how they
We're
botch that one.
doomed. We're doomed for misery. It's kind of like with Hayden.
Oh, with the Jets, yeah, I'm doomed.
Like
I
me
don't
with
get
the
my
Mets.
hopes up anymore with the Jets. I only do that for women. I don't do it for my sports teams anymore.
Speaking of women, are you in Liz Taylor's bedroom? What the hell's going on back there?
Oh, I don't even know. It's just my sister's bedroom.
No.
How do I get like that? How do I get the blur screen? Hold on.
Oh, if you hit the arrow on your video,
This has a
should pop
TV
up.
in it, so like, blur my background.
Yeah, you get a blur
I
background.
click blur my background. Oh, no, it doesn't.
That's right. Like I blur mine, but like I don't have anything. This is just my apartment. This is me and my fiance's bedroom, and it's just like a floral painting and like a floral thing here. But half the time I don't want you guys to see.
Blurred? This is better, right?
Yeah. And then I have my curtain here, so it's like distracting. So I just blur mine. That's why I'm like, it looks a little bit better. All right. Solid. The Cardinals
Yeah,
need an
now this
offensive
is-
line help.
The Raiders are going to change everything. Their whole franchise is going to change on this one pick, Mr. Renelio.
Yeah, okay. No, we'll still be fourth in the AFC West.
Yo, Alex, what do you think about the Knicks winning? They're looking pretty good right now.
Oh, you guys were you? Oh, were you in the chat? I was. Yeah, I think you guys were. I was amped. I'm super happy. Matt knows we're long-suffering Knicks fans, and we only want to see the best, and just to see them.
Did you guys listen to my
Cleveland.
podcast with Matt on last week? I got on Matt last week.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's right.
But I'm
Check
happy.
that out. Settle the score,
Yeah.
and thank you again for for having me on.
But I'm happy. I thought they were gonna collapse at the end because Julius Randle got hurt.
I still
but
cannot
they
believe they
surprised
think
us.
that highly of Anthony Richardson at 4. Like that's a really big risk.
It is.
It's a.
It's
really,
gonna be.
you better-
It's
you
gonna
better
be
have
an
that
awesome
tremendous
storyline for us
upside.
to follow every
You
week.
better
We
have
should-
that tremendous upside because if he doesn't play well right away, it's going to be a disaster. They have no one else really.
Question for you guys: do you think Anthony Richardson is the week 1 starting quarterback for the Colts?
Yeah.
Mm,
I think
No.
so.
No.
Who's
Renault
he
says
going to
no.
be then? If two,
They
who-
would. Let's
they
see.
gonna start?
I'm
yeah, I don't know what other
I'm
better
good.
options they have. I say might as well try
He's
it.
almost the quarterback by process of elimination. There.
It would either be Foles or Ellinger right now. That's who's in the
They're not starting
quarterback room.
Sam Ellinger week 1. Not a chance. They're not going to do that.
So did Heineke sign somewhere? He did, right? Did he?
Taylor Heineke. Let's confirm right now.
Did he
Taylor
sign somewhere yet?
Heineke is on the Falcons.
He is on the Falcons. Okay. I'm trying
Well,
to look
he's
now.
going to be behind Desmond Ritter. They're going with Desmond Ritter.
Yeah. But I'm that would be like the
I mean,
quarterback
it's
I would
surprising
think they
because
would go
Desmond Ritter
after.
didn't really, in my opinion, show enough last year. But I mean,
Well, yeah, but again, that's
he's not
why
a high enough
Heineken.
pick.
That's
He's
why.
not a high enough pick to really.
No.
But to be
that's-
honest with you, in the games he did play, he threw for 3 touchdowns and no picks in like 2 games. So he didn't throw a pick, which was, that means he protects the ball at least.
But yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like Heineke can just like sense that. So you just read the room where it's like, I have a chance to be a
Well, Heineke's
starter.
the guy.
if he
If
goes
you
in.
have someone else, you see what Heineke does every time.
Yeah,
He,
yeah.
he low key like resurrects teams. Like you resurrected the
Commanders.
the
Commanders,
yeah. They almost a playoff team with him.
They can bring back Carson Wentz. Oh, Teddy
Oh.
Bridgewater isn't with anyone yet.
What a fall from grace. Alex, there's your draft room. Looks like nobody's happy in there.
No one's
so
ever-
bland.
No one's ever happy.
They're all
Man,
miserable. They're all miserable in Vegas.
Do you like Dave Zelliger? Dave Ziegler as their GM, Alex?
He doesn't like anything not in Las Vegas. He wants all of them gone.
Yeah, well, sort of. No, I don't know. The jury's still out on him, but I just don't believe in McDaniels. And honestly, the buck stops with the head coach.
McDaniel's a great coordinator, but he rode the coattails of Brady.
Well, yeah,
and then you're seeing that with your Bill Belichick. Like he has these specific rules, like the Mac Jones shit. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like you're not the king of the world. You don't have Brady anymore. Like you're riding off that. Like you have a different roster. You got to coach.
Not only that, not only just Brady. You haven't really created any semblance of success in your whole career besides Brady.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, like he did okay with the Browns, but like
but
there was no expectations either.
Yeah, true. But with McDaniel, like he's your example of unbelievable as a coordinator, but like terrible as a head coach.
Pick is
and
in.
We've seen that so many different times.
It's such bullshit.
But in all seriousness, Ranelio, where do you think they're going?
They can't go for like other teams for advice or other coaches like that. Imagine having a boss being like, "Hey, I asked someone else for help. Like you didn't go to me." Like that would be crazy in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
Matt, what was your question?
What position do you think they're going?
Oh, I don't even fucking know. I think they'd probably go defensive tackle, or they would go. I don't know, man. It's probably a corner because our defense is dog shit.
Maybe Paris Jackson from
maybe
Oregon.
A strong safety. I don't really see anywhere else, to be honest with you, because they whiffed year after year on offensive lines. It's not happening. You're gonna have to buy it.
I think one of the best defensive players left in Smith. You can go after him. He'll fit the Vegas scheme, troubled off season,
Kill someone with your car.
Vegas again, a baseball team,
or inadvertently cause a deadly car crash. He didn't hit the car. They were both speeding, but yes.
You guys saw Vegas got
a LA explanation. Yes, okay.
Vegas got a baseball team now.
They might. Oakland might be going there.
Yeah, they're definitely. I thought it's confirmed.
It's pretty much confirmed.
Yeah.
It's confirmed. But they're probably going to get sued out of their ass.
Well, it's because because Oakland's a crime shithole, but it's blue collar people that love their team.
But the thing with this whole thing's so weird because it seems like, right? Like it seemed like the Athletics owner wanted to get a new stadium. You pitched it to them. They said like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And then eventually the city started pitching stuff. And by that time, the owner was like, well, is it going to happen or is it not? Because every time we propose stuff, it gets shot down. So then eventually he's like, oh, there's a plot of land in Vegas where they're going to want another sports team. I'll pay for it and move my team there. Actually, and now Oakland's like, what the hell? You screwed us. And it's like,
it was never going to happen in Oakland because they would have built 15, 20 years ago. The point is there's way too much crime. There's way too much red tape on development. Yeah. Like it's never going to happen.
Yeah. Well, that's in the stadium as is already 10 years past due, and the owner was like, "All right, we got to move out." Let's see. I'm behind. Let's see. I think Ronello's kind of the same wave as me.
Yeah, I am.
I think me and Ronello are at the same time.
Actually.
Ooh, Levis might fall out of the top 10. If you look at the other teams, Falcons are not taking Levis, and Chicago's not going to take Levis.
The defensive end, Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech is the one.
Take Levis.
Yeah, Tennessee. Yeah, they might get lucky and get Levis. They don't have a trade.
Honorable mention all Big 12. How about that? 13.5 tackles for losses, 7 sacks.
I like it.
Celebrate, Alex Rodelio. You got your next big badass defensive end.
Dude, that suit's fire. I love his suit. Yeah, he might be my favorite suit so far. He has the he is Vegas ready right now. He is Vegas ready.
I'm going downstairs.
Renato's like, all right, my pick's in. I'm on the move now. Let's see.
Oh man, this guy looks vicious out here. Texas Tech.
Well, shit.
All right, on the clock now is the Atlanta Falcons.
They're going to take Bijan.
You think Bijan Robinson?
Yep.
For Atlanta?
Yep.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or do they want to keep? Is this another chance to get Jalen Carter? Keep him in Georgia.
Interesting pick. That'd be interesting.
That could be a good one too. They also need help on defense. I think you can't go wrong either way. But I could also see Jalen Carter keep on falling because people might get afraid.
And it seems like Wilson had a foot issue, but they are fine with it. They feel they'll be able to pick him up. But yeah, I think with this trade, they need to really add to that defense. Give somebody to help Max Crosby out and go in there.
Yeah, I agree. I don't hate it. I think it's a solid
the
move
next
by
break, I'm
them.
definitely getting water.
But
Dude, Crosby is a one-man wrecking crew. If you could just get a competent guy, I mean, dude, you had Chandler Jones for like maybe a third of the year, and they were like a beast.
yeah.
Guys, I heard no one attended Will Levis's birthday party. That's why he's
No.
Amazing reference.
he gave them back. He took the money and didn't say
Roger
anything.
Goodell bear hug.
Yeah, I've been getting that all of my TikTok algorithm is that whole movie in parts. Is literally that whole movie lately.
Oh man, I don't know.
Let's talk
I missed
football.
that reference. I don't know.
internationally.
Draft day.
Oh, I never saw that movie.
That's a great movie.
It's very unrealistic, but it's a solid
ridiculous.
movie.
But like,
I know about
yeah.
the part where they're like Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Super
No, my
after a
favorite was,
pick.
Yeah.
was
Oh
Ralph.
my
Don't tell me the
God.
story. Ralph,
Yeah.
tell me what's going on. All right,
I love Kevin
Hey,
Costner.
attended a
though.
birthday. None of his teammates were there.
Yeah, there's like the top like quarterback that like is like supposedly the can't miss prospect, but like throughout the movie, it becomes more and more apparent that he shouldn't be the first pick in the draft, and it's like Kevin Costner dealing with like
And it's all these things
making
that have nothing to
aggressive
do with,
moves.
there's all these
and,
things
yeah.
that have nothing to do with football.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
like that say all about his character and everything.
The only thing that like that was like football related was that like supposedly it's like they handed players playbooks and they put like $100 at the end of it to see if they
Yeah.
read the playbooks. Like that was like the only
See
real
who didn't
realistic
read
like
it versus who
test.
did.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and then
And then
the
their
one
the quarterback who they had prior, Brian Drew, was the guy who ended up doing the heroic act.
who's more or less Derek Carr, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do so much in a draft movie.
But yeah, it's like it's literally like that's the thing when Hayden was like he didn't show up to like none of his players showed up to his birthday party. That was like the big knock against him.
Yeah.
That was like the
No,
thing.
that was the big. They're like none of his teammates showed up to his birthday.
It wasn't like
They
he
didn't
like
wanna be
killed
there.
someone or like did something ridiculous. It was like
No,
no
it
one
was-
showed up
yeah.
at his birthday party. You
To
can't
be
draft
honest
him.
with you, I'm not even kidding you though. Some of that shit is like some of these owners do take that really
Oh
seriously.
yeah, absolutely. Oh my god.
I mean, like
Great news, guy. Well, terrible news. Looks like Aaron Judge is out. Left the Yankee game early in the fourth. Awesome. Just great.
Bo Callahan.
After that
Bo
terrible
Callahan.
slide on his birthday.
Is Will Levis the Bo Callahan of this draft? Is everyone afraid of him?
That sucks.
Oh, I got spoiled who the next pick is. Damn it. I'll say someone's predictions are correct.
Oh, they must have taken Bijan.
Someone's prediction, yeah, I'll say. Gotta stay off of Twitter. Damn it. With my YouTube TV being on delay.
Twitter's not
Twitter-
real.
Twitter is just it's
Also, we
crazy.
got another thing that just dropped today. There's a commercial break. There will be a dodgeball 2.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh,
And the
to Vince Vaughn.
and the promising thing is that like Vince Vaughn said he'd come out, but if Ben Stiller comes back, he says he has to like love the script, and I feel like Vince Vaughn would have done that. I don't think they're just gonna do
Is
like
that
I
confirmed?
love that movie.
Uh,
Yeah, by
yeah.
deadline.
yeah.
yeah, but Patches
When did
is
it come
dead.
out?
Yeah, he is Rip Thorne.
they'll
Rest in
true.
peace. He was in Connecticut forever.
Rip Thorne.
You know what Vince Vaughn is really good in? When he became a cast member of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, he was pretty good as that Freddie Funkhauser.
That's right. That's my all-time favorite show, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I need to
Yeah, I
catch
love
up
that
on
show.
that.
Favorite show of
behind
all
on a lot
time.
show. I need to catch up on Curb.
The Palestinian chicken restaurant was my favorite episode ever.
Oh my god, that's as bold as you get in the comedy. And yeah, he just took over Marty Funkhauser, and it's just so funny because like you just kind of accept it. It's like okay, he's like best friends with Larry David right away, but that's TV for you.
Yeah.
But I love it. Absolute
I'll
favorite
watch
show
Curb
ever.
At some point. I watch Curb.
Favorite show.
I'm just getting into season 3 of Barry right now. Like that's how far behind I am
Oh.
on top shows. I'm only
Alex,
2
text me
episodes of
about
Barry.
that. You know the
I will.
final season's right now.
Yeah. So
It's-
we're
and
catching up. Me and
that's
my
my
fiance.
One of my favorite shows of all time. Barry, awesome.
Barry's fantastic. I love it.
It's
I mean,
so
we're
underrated.
2 episodes in, and it is. And like, I feel like some people just
Slept
don't like Bill
on.
Hader, but
I
he's
love Bill
incredible. That whole show's incredible. What he was able to do as like a funny man to put a show like that together is as dark and as funny as that show is at the same time, it's
The range he shows, and it's also
yeah.
brilliant on a filmmaking
Oh,
standpoint. A brilliant
absolutely,
show.
yeah. It's so good. If you guys have watched Barry, I highly recommend. I'm catching up on it, and we watched
No
the
hope.
first episode of season 3 the other day, Matt, and me and Sid after the ending were like, why the hell did we stop watching this show at like the same time?
Oh, you have to keep it,
I know.
dude. Season 3 it gets pretty dark, but season 4
does. Yeah, I'm only 2 episodes in. I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. The whole Hank, I know you're going to mention. No, Hank is easily like
Dude,
to me
the
top
Eagles
5
the Eagles got
character ever,
9
comedy
too.
character.
Seriously, sorry,
the
Hayden. You
Eagles-
said
Yo, the Eagles traded up for 9.
Goddamn you, Eagles! I guess.
They have 9 and 10 right now.
Wait, they have 9 and 10, or do they
Yeah, they
swap?
have 9 and 10.
fuck the
How the
Eagles.
fuck did they get
fuck
9 and
the
10?
Eagles. They traded up one spot. They're on the clock,
There you
but
go.
did they swap picks or did they trade up?
How the fuck did they get 9?
Give me an answer.
Yes, they traded up one spot.
Well,
Who are the? Oh no, I know. I have a feeling who the Eagles are going to take.
oh,
They're going to bolster
Bijan.
that
Okay.
defense, and they're going to
Good
take.
pick,
No,
good
they're going to take Smith. It's
All
such
right,
an
the
Eagles
8th
move.
pick is in. Bijan Robinson. He's going to Atlanta.
Dude, the Celtics may actually like lose the series, believe it or not. Like they're like,
Are they losing right now?
I don't know, they're not playing too well.
Rangers looking
But
pretty
that shot by
bad.
Trae Young, literally ice in his veins.
Yeah,
They
that
literally
shot
pulled up
was.
from, like,
that
the-
shot
oh
was
my God.
ridiculous.
That was one of the craziest shots I've ever seen in
Oh, they are losing right
in
now.
the
It's
playoffs.
only- it's
Honestly,
only
that
up
was
for-
literally
yeah.
without even a hesitation, pulls up from like the fucking logo and hits it.
Do you think they're gonna trade him though, or are they gonna keep him and try to work around him?
The
Trae?
Bucks?
Trey, yeah.
I don't know.
Trey to me, I think because of this postseason series, I think people are finally flipping their opinions again. They loved him, then they hated him, and I think people are respecting him now. So I think it's going to be an interesting offseason, but he obviously can't get a third coach fired. So I think they're going to keep him around to see how he is with Quinn Snyder. But there's
Right.
no way they're going to fire Quinn Snyder midway through.
Is
Like,
he a good pass
next
catcher,
year.
Bijan Robinson? That's what I wonder.
Yeah, he is.
But
yeah,
and do we
He's
think
more
it,
of a
are we
rusher,
still
but he can
going?
catch.
I don't want to hear people complain about picking running back so high and then them not getting paid. But despite that, do you feel that this is worth it? Worth taking this kind of risk?
To me, yeah. I mean, I think the Falcons are a well-rounded team. I think you add a guy like Bijan.
Yeah, they got an interesting offense
They
now.
have an interesting
Bijan,
offense
Drake
for
London.
sure. Pitts.
Couple of good
They have
ones.
an interesting offense. I think if there's someone that's as dynamic as him, and he's outside the top 5 as a running back, I think you take your shot on him and you take him.
And remember, Bijan could be a Debo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey type and go out for passes
he can
too.
go out for passes. He can do a little. He can do a little bit of it all. So
Is
I
Mike
like the pick
Cameron
for them,
fine
but
or not? Mike Cameron was good.
it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the Falcons draft, because I think there's some holes. I think offensive line. I think a little bit on their defense, but I think this adds another dynamic guy to take the pressure off Desmond Ridder.
And for the
Perfect works.
Eagles, do we go with a defensive? It seems like they're going to add to that pass rush. Do you go tackle with Jalen Carter, or do you go defensive end with Luka Van Ness out of Iowa?
I
think
think
you
the
go Carter.
Eagles may take Jalen Carter here. believe it or
Yeah, I
not.
think they're going to go Carter. Sorry, I've been saying Smith the whole time. It's Carter. Smith is the linebacker.
Yeah.
I think they go Carter. But yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think it's a Carter move. Or they honestly could go Smith too. Smith is nasty. I love both of them, but I think they're going to go Carter. I think you add to the D tackle. You get another young D tackle, and then that'll be 2 young D
Unfair.
tackles they have.
Yeah, like, replace the Ndamukong Suh on this one.
But then you have, I'm blanking on last year. Who they took last year? They had a good draft last year too.
Remember when the Eagles traded up one pick just to pick Devontae Smith in front of us?
Well, no, don't remind me.
Devontae Smith turned out to be good. So.
No, they took Jordan Davis, so another Georgia guy. You pair him with
The
that
Eagles
would
did?
be a nasty
Okay,
front.
so
last year
they
took
swap
Jordan
picks with the
Davis.
Bears, so the Bears will pick 10th and a 4th round pick next year.
Okay. Think about it. Phillies, their defense is slowly becoming like the Georgia defense. They took Jordan Davis, and the 3rd round they took Nakobe Dean. So
Kobe Dean's good.
Nakobe Dean, I was shocked he fell in the 3rd round, but it was his shoulder injury that everyone was afraid of. So
Ooh, Salicata just tweeted, "I'm coming in hot tonight," so definitely hear him after this.
Is he going to be mad about
I think more about the Rangers. They just let up another goal.
Yeah.
They're down 3-0. Boy, if they screw this up and get out in the first round, Galat's got to go.
I had Rangers in 7. I feel like that series is going to go, but they have not looked good these last 3 games now.
And the thing you do worry about with them is, I mean, how can they not take advantage? They were great on the road the first 2 games, and if they're getting destroyed here and they can't score off of Schmidt, the backup goalie who got the start again tonight, I mean, is that really the secret weapon? This backup goalie? All right. By the way, the pick is in.
The Devils are just playing well. You know, they're playing well all around, and they're frustrating the Rangers, and we've seen it happen when the Rangers fall into ruts. It takes a while for them to get out of it for whatever reason. You obviously in the playoffs now, you don't want to be in a rut, and here we are.
It's like it's like this Ranger era. They just love to extend series for no reason.
Exactly.
I heard that also Bijan Robinson wants to be an actor. Like post career.
What's the Islanders playing game 6 now?
Can't hear you, Hayden. Are you on your mic? Is your hand on your mic?
Yeah. You can hear it?
Yeah, I can't hear you
quiet.
at all. Maybe unplug, then plug the mic back in.
Oh, there's no mic. I'm just
Okay, you're good now. You're good.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know if it got blocked for a second there, but
Oh, so the Islanders playing tomorrow night at 7.
That's right. Try to keep their season alive too.
Dude,
They got a little
I'm
momentum.
pissed off. I went to the game I went to a sports bar on Long Island. They had the Islanders volume and the Knicks didn't. So the Islanders are
ironic
than the Knicks.
I haven't checked that new arena out. I'd like to see it.
UBS, yeah, it's awesome.
I'm gonna go to Belmont this year, specifically for my dad's a huge horse racing fan, like the biggest. The 50th anniversary of Secretariat.
For the Kraken game are going for $302.
They really love them out in Seattle.
They do.
And if the NBA is going to expand, they got to bring them back there. Do you think they will by the end of the decade, Alex?
Yes, I agree. Dude.
I hope they do. Everyone's asking for it. And
so if you pick Seattle, who would be the other franchise? Or who would be another city to host a franchise?
Vegas.
Oh yeah,
I would think.
But wouldn't you have to get another East Coast team though?
Probably. So that's what I'm trying to think of. Like, you would have your West in Seattle. You would probably pick. I heard Nashville, like rumblings of Nashville. There's like
baseball's definitely expanding.
Yeah. Jalen Carter going to the Eagles, man.
Called it.
All right. Yes, good catch there, Alex.
They're forming the Georgia defense, everyone. Jalen Carter, Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis. They're gonna screw. They'll trade up and take Jalen. They'll get Nolan Smith.
Now with the Bears, I think this could be a good chance that if they want to pick a defensive back, if they want to go with Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon, maybe if they want to go tackle, they really need help protecting Justin Fields. Maybe Peter Skoratsky out of Northwestern.
Kelsey's in the crowd for the Eagles. He's about to slam a beer down in celebration of Jalen Carter. Oh my God, he crushed that.
Yeah, it's definitely a controversial pick.
Yeah, I mean, and it's unfortunate, obviously, what the events that transpired with Jalen Carter, but that was his one, obviously, huge off the field incident, and as tragic as it was, I hope that he learned from what he did and doesn't make any crazy other mistakes, because what happened was, extremely tragic. They're both people who don't know. Jalen Carter was racing with a person in the car that was a female staff member, another player on Georgia.
Then I ended up killing someone.
And the car with the staffer and the Georgia player crashed, killing both the female staffer and the Georgia player. And Jalen Carter was later charged with reckless driving, as he was the other car that was supposedly racing.
The other woman, Tiana LaCroix, was 3 times over the legal.
Yeah, that too. So it was just a whole tragic incident. You hate to see it. obviously. But like you said, hopefully that was kind of a moment where Jalen matured and he can overcome the mistake he made and stays.
I mean, he's lucky he gets another chance.
Exactly. People deserve a second chance.
The guy who ended up hitting someone, his life would have been over.
Yeah, exactly. He could have been the one that didn't even make it here. Obviously, that could happen to him as well. And he falls to 9. A lot of people thought he was going to be the first overall pick, but obviously all the events came up. So he falls to 9, but he's going into a great situation with the Eagles. So he's going to torment the team I root for, the Giants. So me and Matt are going to have to deal with him for the next 10 years. So yeah.
Maybe we need to get some more protection with this first pick.
Yeah.
But we also really need that.
We need that dynamic receiver too.
Bad.
So we'll see. It's going to be interesting now. I wonder if this kind of changes, if this kind of shifts what the Giants' thinking is. If they think they can get a wide receiver in the second round and they get their offensive line help right away, right now, it could be interesting for sure.
Also, if the Bears here, I guess I think Will Levis getting picked 11 for Tennessee.
I think
if not, then he's not going to be a first round pick.
I think me and Hayden both agree. I think he's going to fall perfectly to Tennessee at 11, and they're going.
He's going to go to Tennessee.
They want. I don't think he fall. If Tennessee doesn't draft him, I'd be shocked
if Tennessee doesn't.
I would be shocked.
Still waiting on this pick.
Wonder where the Bears go here. I would think they would have gone with Carter if he fell to them, but I wonder what they do.
Yeah,
now.
I think you need to get protection for Justin.
I think they're most likely go offensive line as well. They need protection for Fields. You got Broderick Jones available out of Georgia. You can maybe have go back to back Georgia picks, but.
Bears may draft a corner right here.
That could be a pick. Yeah, that could be an interesting.
I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, who's gonna draft Najiba? Jackson Smith Najiba?
I don't know.
Dude, imagine the Jets get him. I heard the Jets are actually looking at him.
Yeah. What's the Jets' first pick now? After the Riders trade?
It's 15.
15.
They swapped with Green Bay.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I got confused after they swapped it with. Let's see.
Lightning just scored again, putting up a fight against the Maple Leafs.
What's the score of that game?
3-1.
3-1. Like
they both have the exact same colors.
3-1.
Yeah, it's so confusing.
Toronto's up 3-1.
No,
the score.
Scores 3-1 Tampa. You know, one thing I learned: Tampa Bay isn't an actual city. There's no city named Tampa Bay, Florida. It's Tampa, Florida. And I guess Tampa Bay counts as the region.
Interesting.
High for that pick. I don't like that pick.
All right. We're waiting. The pick is in for Chicago. All right, Bears are picking the offensive tackle out of Tennessee, Darnell Wright. Good stuff there. They're going to do that to get that extra protection for Fields. Let that boy run or throw. And where is he?
Is he home?
I don't know. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That
yeah, they're not cutting to it. Is it offense? Yeah, so they go offensive tackle. Yeah, he's home. There is Darnell.
How sweet.
He is home with the fam. Congrats to him. Good old Knoxville, Tennessee. Funny stat by Adam Schefter. It's interesting. By drafting Jalen Carter at number 9, Eagles' Howie Roseman's record remains intact. He's never drafted a running back, cornerback, tight end, or safety in the first round. Next chance to break the streak comes at the 30th overall pick. So
crazy.
Interesting stat that he never drafted
the
any of
Packers
those.
have a thing where they never draft their wide receiver in the first round.
Something like that. Yeah, it was some crazy.
I think this is where they break that. I think they may take Najiba.
They might. They have to.
They would totally do that out of spite for what Rodgers wanted. And
that's gonna be the funniest thing. He's always wanted like a other dynamic wide receiver next to Devontae, and they were like, "Yeah, we're drafting it."
The Titans pick is in already. They're right away. The
Titans just slammed the Will Levis card. They slammed that thing down right when they knew he was available.
Absolutely. It's like, do you remember, Alex, the night the Giants picked Daniel Jones when we thought it was going to be the other Josh Allen?
Yeah.
And then the Jaguars picked up because they didn't expect it to be him right away. It's kind of like that, but I think it's somewhat worked out for now.
Yeah.
Josh Allen defensive end. I mean, he's good, but he wasn't like an all.
He wasn't the game changer. I think a lot of people thought he was going to be. He's very good. He's very productive.
There's a game where Josh Allen tackled Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Did Josh Allen get like the winning interception or fumble off Josh in that game?
I think he got the game winning. I think that's when he got the game winning sack on Josh Allen or whatever it was. Yeah. Because I remember the memes are going wild of Josh Allen sack Josh Allen.
It's like Will Smith homered off of Will Smith in the World Series.
I'm getting on Twitter right here. If quarterback Will Levis is still at 14, the Patriots are not expected to take him.
Dude, if this is true, Connor Hughes randomly keeps beating these guys.
It's from someone else. I don't know if that's true though.
Barstool post, this is why Will Levis fell out of the top 10. And it's the clip of him putting mayonnaise in his coffee.
I'm fascinated.
Yeah, that is
this is from someone right here. Supposedly, CJ Stroud wasn't the second pick on the Texans board. It was Will Levis, but ownership overruled them. That's an interesting storyline.
Man, and Will Levis made Kentucky legitimate. I mean,
not drafting
in the toughest conference, they revived him a little bit.
That's interesting though that CJ Stroud wasn't on the board.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to get water on the next break.
Get water now, or do you want to wait and see what happens? We're at 11. We're done with the top 10.
I want to see after the Tennessee. I'll just wait till the next pick,
dude. I just looked away for a second on the score of the Celtics-Hawks game. The Hawks were up like 4 with like a couple minutes left at the half. The Celtics proceeded to go on a 13-2 run, and it's now 68-67 at the half.
6 at the half. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's going to be a close game.
I love Kumail Nanjiani.
I'm having some Reach NJ commercials. That's what I have.
That's interesting though with the quarterback for CJ Stroud. So we'll see how that goes. I kind of thought they would pick the CJ Stroud though. That was pretty. I don't want to say obvious, but.
Well, I was thinking they might have they were going to go defense, but then they decided to do that by trading back in. Did it back to my pick.
I gotta plug in my computer. So
you're good.
So I'm just gonna pause my video for a second.
You know what the funniest thing Noho Hank has said, Alex?
What?
I forgot who he was saying to, but it's like, What do you mean you want to kill me? We're bros. Oh man,
was that in like the Sanctum scene, like towards the end of like
I
season
believe
2 or
so.
something like that? Yeah.
Definitely let me know once you catch up. And it's an easy show to catch up as you see. That's one of the rare shows that I wish was longer.
Yeah,
very
only like 30 minutes episode. Like 30, they're only like 30-minute episodes.
Yeah, it's technically a comedy, but it could definitely
it's like
pass
a dark.
as a drama.
It's a dark. If it's classified as a comedy, it's a dark comedy for sure.
Very dark comedy.
But yeah.
All right, with the Titans room looking right there, Matt Vrabel. I wonder if he's going to be the coach a year from now. Despite him being one of the best out there.
I have a prediction. I have a very large prediction. 2024, Sean McVay will be coaching the New York Jets.
That's strong.
So next season, they're going to somehow didn't McVay just resign?
Yep.
No.
But
he's
going to
get rid of year by year thing,
and then Sean McVay will coach the Jets with Aaron Rodgers.
We'll have that on camera for that one.
I think it depends, Matt, with your question with the Titans with Vrabel. It really depends on their season. They have a very winnable division.
Wow, yo.
They have a solid team, so I would think.
Yo, Levis is gonna fall now.
The pick is in.
I didn't see it. I'm on a delay. Did they not take Levis?
Nope. Peter Skoronski. That's what I wanted for the Jets, actually. So
Peter Skoronski out of Northwestern, the offensive tackle, is going to Tennessee.
What the hell?
Guess they believe in Tannenhill and
Dude,
Malik Willis.
No one went to Will Levis's birthday party. No one went to Will Levis's birthday party. Why is he falling? Something has to be going on.
Just on Twitter.
I think
just on Twitter. Back on the Fan following the Yankees. If you like cranky, angry Sal, tonight is your night.
You got a hot girlfriend too, Will Levis.
Well, it's not going to work in this case.
All right, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to rotate to the next room. Fiance wants to go to.
You know what? I honestly don't really like her too much. It's not really for me. I don't like.
You're good. Now the Titans will finally get a pick. Sorry, the Detroit Lions. And the pick is in already at number 12. Only was on the clock for a minute. I wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to add to their defense? We know defense was a major issue for Detroit. Maybe this is a chance to get some cornerbacks. Do they want to add tight end? Is we missing there? What should the Detroit Lions do with this, Hayden?
Right now, they should take an offensive tackle. But I don't think they're going to. They're going to probably take someone on defense. Their defense was bad in the beginning of the year. So.
Very.
Yet somehow Aaron Glenn always comes up as a head coaching candidate. I don't really understand that. Like the obsession with Aaron Glenn is just they haven't even had a good defense in his tenure, but somehow like teams are obsessed with Aaron Glenn.
People like that likability, I guess.
He must have bribed someone at the NFL. He's a good coach. He should not be getting offers to be the head coach anywhere.
You concerned about Aaron Judge being taken out of the game tonight?
Not really. It's just one game. What's the score of that game, by the way, Yankee game?
It's 3-1, but he got out in the fourth. I haven't watched any Indian game, been watching all of this, so I don't know what exactly happened. But on Cold Day, not working out, I guess.
Yeah, I think the line's going to go CB right here, actually.
Probably this is get Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon. And they made that pick pretty quickly.
Ooh. Yeah, it's like Jahmyr Gibbs. Wow.
Look at that. So the Detroit Lions are going with Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama, the 12th overall pick. The 5'9", 200-pound running back. Interesting. Very interesting on this one. Why do you think they went with the running back on this one? Why do you think they went with the running back, Caden?
What?
Why do you think they went with the running back?
I mean, I guess they're concerned about DeAndre Swift's health, getting another pass catcher out of the backfield.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good combo. Him and DeAndre Swift. It's pretty good actually.
Especially in a
That's gonna be pretty
running
good.
back by committee.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be pretty good. They're gonna be loaded on offense. The Lions.
What is this pick? I did not expect this one. And let's see what the what this pick for Aaron Rodgers is ultimately going to result for Green Bay.
After the Jets pick, I'll probably get a head off. I don't really care that much after that.
Yeah, do what you got to do.
I figured I would stop by there after work, so.
Thank you.
I want to see where Levis goes, though, to be honest with you.
Hey, you can stay as long as you want.
Is this being recorded or recorded?
Yeah,
Right?
you're live on YouTube.
Oh, sweet.
But yes, also recording as well, and it'll be the audio version in
for a second. I'm just gonna
YouTube.
Okay.
Alex, they go with the running back out of Bama for this, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Who took him? Sorry, I was
Detroit.
Detroit. Wait. Why would they go running back?
I don't know.
They
Ada suggested maybe they want to do a running back by committee with Swift.
But like Swift is already a solid
The
back.
problem is
and,
Swift's always hurt.
Swift is hurt, but he's productive.
And I guess they want a guy who can.
I would think
be
they would
more of a
add more
pass
to their
catcher in the
defense than they want taking a running back. But I'm not in the draft room for I'm not there, so I don't know what the thought process might be behind some of the decisions there. But yeah, interesting for sure. I'm trying to set up my camera, don't mind me, y'all. So interesting choice. I'm trying to get the draft back on this TV now. I don't know why YouTube TV has a multi-view of the draft. So they have all three networks drafts going on at the same time. And I don't know why they would have that.
Really want to impress the NFL audience, I guess.
I mean, I would, if I was having the multi-view, I would promote all of the good sports games going on. I would promote the draft, the NFL draft. I would promote Hawks Celtics, and I would promote like either one of the hockey games. That's a true multi-view. Or you go 4-box. You get 2 hockey games, or you go those features.
So many good options too. And
There's
what does Green Bay do with this pick?
They go wide receiver. I'm gonna literally crack up.
Just came up short from the playoffs this year. Clearly now in a new era.
I mean, the best chance for Levis after the Patriots is probably going to be the Commanders.
Not feeling for Sam Howell on this one.
I mean, yeah, it's just interesting he fell this far. There must be something on it that teams don't like.
Could be. Let's see. The official first pick post
Must have pissed someone off.
Aaron Rodgers there. Do you think the Patriots might go Levis?
I'm thinking that.
Wouldn't that be a bold decision?
Even though reports are saying they won't, I could see Bill being like, screw it.
That's a big question, or I haven't figured out any implications that if people believe in, if he believes in Mac Jones or not. I always felt the vibe he shouldn't, and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't see any implication of going to pick him there, but I think you might as well try, especially in this particular season where your division is going to be as hard as it gets. Might as well. It's
Yeah.
a good time for development and experiment.
Oh, lovely. The Mets blew a 7-4 lead. CJ Abrams did a grand slam.
Against the Nationals, risking a sweep of the Nationals on this one, huh?
Oh, that's brutal. Brutal. Right, I'm smiling here. I don't care about the Mets right now. The Mets have like 3 months to figure out their season. We got the Knicks in the second round. We need the Rangers to turn it around. Be good. How much do you guys think a beer is at the draft?
What?
$25.
I wonder what the going cost for beer is at the draft. Like, is it?
Oh, it's probably
your
it's probably
typical,
about
like-
$15.
Please say something. We got a comment. Please say something nice about DeAndre Swift's future. I mean, we're trying. I mean, I have DeAndre Swift in my dynasty league, so I'm mad at the Lions one with a running back.
Packers are picking Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa again, so they're not going with the wide receiver in the first round.
Okay.
Lucas
They take
Van Ness, the defensive end, added to hopefully start a legitimate defensive line.
Solid pick. The Jonas Brothers are appearing on ABC out of nowhere. Yeah, I think it's a solid pick for
How
the
exciting!
Packers. But why the hell do they have the Jonas Brothers Packers
Jonas-
fans?
The Jonas Brothers were why I was vomiting. Guys, I'm really sorry. I got to run early. I'm sorry I couldn't join you guys any longer. This has been a lot of fun.
You're right.
Oh, good.
Get sleep. I'm gonna get some sleep. Talk to you
Sounds
guys. Enjoy
We'll
the draft.
recap your Raiders pick and if you like it or not. Or
No,
if you want
I
to
can
burn
tell you
it
now.
down.
But have a good night.
Night,
Yeah,
buddy.
maybe.
Good night, guys.
See ya,
Bye.
Alex.
What did the Jonas Brothers say who they're affiliated with? Funny enough, I saw Kevin Jonas in a Walmart by my apartment in New Jersey. He lives somewhere in Jersey, I think somewhere. But he was grabbing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was grabbing like toys or something, and my fiance spotted him. She's like, "I think that's Kevin Jonas." Sure enough, it was. She wanted to go say hi. I was like, "God, that's the bottom of him." But
Where do you live again, Alex? I think you told me.
I live in Parsippany, New Jersey now. I grew up in Bergen County, New Jersey. So I'm in.
What are you, 28 or 27?
Yeah, I'm 28. Just turned 28. 2 weeks ago.
Fiance's around the same age, whatever.
So yeah, it was a very bizarre experience seeing.
Where's
Kevin Jonas.
your fiance from?
My fiance's from Kinnelon, which is in Morris County, next to Butler in
Okay.
New Jersey. So,
Right.
so we met through a mutual friend in college, but we went to 2 different colleges. But yeah, so
What you go to school? I know you went to Hartford.
I
Right?
went to University of Hartford. She went to Montclair State.
I'm not going to
So yeah,
I went to Queer U, as I like to call it.
where is that?
Quinnipiac, but
Quinnipiac. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're Connecticut. You're another Connecticut
another Connecticut
college.
there.
Yeah. I
Me and
think
Matt-
is that
Me
right?
and Matt make fun of each other sometimes. About
It's
that.
good. It's a- I don't know why we had some weird rivalry with Quinnipiac because there's not we really.
No, there's no
faced
weird
them in-
rivalry,
Yeah,
no.
like I don't know why we we barely played you guys in sports. You just
Yeah,
like
this
those
is about
random,
an
like,
hour
tune-up
away
games.
too.
We just like to make fun of Hartford. like
Yeah.
not like a bad thing. We just make fun of.
Matt, so I was back at
Connecticut.
Hartford for
We
like
make
the
fun
first.
of Sacred Heart too. I
was
think
back-
Sacred Heart is hotter women than we have, so I'll
Yeah.
give Sacred Heart that.
But I was back at Hartford for like the first time in like at least 5 years, like last week
Mhm.
for STN's like 30th.
Mhm.
Dude, that campus changed so much. Have you been there recently?
Not recently,
I
really.
just cannot
Yeah.
believe they got rid of the basketball team to D3. I just can't believe that. That was
Well,
such a-
hopefully now the a-hole president that used to be there is no longer.
Yeah,
Hopefully
he's
they might
gone.
reverse the decision, but who knows? But yeah, Matt. So you know where the school of communication is now, or where
Where's
it
that?
was? Like, you know where the
Yeah,
school
yeah.
of com is. So you said the big ass
And
quad.
by the way, don't mean to interrupt. The Patriots are trading the pick, and
Whoa.
Steelers are picking at 14.
Oh, then they're definitely not taking by this.
No, guess
And then
not.
they Patriots are going to be picking at 17 to get a fourth rounder this year at 120. But that pick is in. But Alex, tell me, where's the school of communications at Hartford
where
now?
the school comm was, right? Like, or is, when you walk out of there, you said the big ass like quad. Like you had like GSU and like all the like to your left. There's now this like health science like engineering building, like dead straight outside of when we used to walk out of school communication every day. There's now this big random building that takes up about half the quad, and it's ugly and it looks so out of place compared to all the other buildings in Hartford. I was like walking around, I'm like, oh, this should be a school comm. I remember this library, and then there's just some health science and engineering building that just looks so out of place in the middle of the quad in that area.
Surprise!
You got to come see Quinnipiac. That's where the
next they need to change those complexes.
Supposedly they renovated like the 1s and 2s. I don't know if they kept on expanding, but supposedly they renovated the village, and it looks supposedly very nice on the inside. The outside looks the same, but supposedly they did work on the inside. But,
good.
Yeah,
they
that's
did
cool.
much
It was
needed.
it was an eye-opening. So I was like, oh my god, this is jarring. The school looks so different, so different. But yeah.
All right, Pittsburgh. This one. All right, the pick is in, waiting. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
It's like the most random group of celebrities to have. Like, all right, let's like have them push their new album at the NFL draft.
All right, Georgia's Broderick Jones is going to Pittsburgh.
Solid pick.
Oh man, the Jets could have used him, huh?
Just could have got some offensive tackle, but it's gonna be interesting to see now.
All right, but the Jets are on the clock now. Hayden, what do the Jets do now? There's no top offensive tackles. Maybe
I think they should take the Jackson and Jiba. That's what I actually think they should take. They have them.
Can you remember where did he go to? Jackson Ajiba?
Jackson Smith and Ajiba, Ohio State, the best receiver.
Okay, so you say they should go with the receiver.
He's not. They shouldn't go with him, but he's the best player available.
But they have so many weapons at receiver.
He's the best player. Like if I'm just going by the best player available, that's what I would take. But I mean,
why don't maybe you could add to the defensive line?
Just not too many guys where I'm like, or honestly, a tight end wouldn't be bad either, to be honest. But.
Yeah, I think a tight end could be a solid pick here for the Jets. But I wouldn't.
They'll end up fucking up the pick and taking a useless lineman who ends up getting hurt after he eats a
They're gonna go with a kicker. They're gonna go with the best.
Go use a kicker. You know what? They really could.
The best kicker. Broderick Jones is a fan of snakes and like lizards. Is that a flag? Like, what happens if he gets accidentally bit by one of the snakes? You guys see that on ABC? It's like him just messing around with the snake. You'd be like riding in a car.
Mine's on ESPN. Where does the remote go?
On the ABC broadcast, they had Broderick Jones's story, and it was literally just him messing around with like snakes, and like he has like a pet snake. Like, imagine you get that on like the injury report. You're bitten by pet snake.
Bitten by pet snake. There'd be a lot of upset people from that one.
I'm very upset Jerry Springer died.
It is sad.
That was a tough one. Yeah, I mean, he legitimately changed TV.
He did. And
how we see the world. And I didn't know he was sick. That's awful. And it shows man, it's definitely tough news.
I mean, yeah, it did change TV for sure, though. We have
nuts people from that.
But we could thank the controversial now sports hot takes. You could look back on Jerry Springer allowing people to say absolutely ridiculous things on live TV.
Yeah, they should move back this pick.
Yeah. Who, the Jets?
Yep. They missed out on their tackles, so if they move back, it would be a good idea.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.
All right, Jeff McNeil hit a go-ahead triple off the wall. Thank you. Please don't just get swept by the freaking Nationals. I'll puke.
Honestly, they should trade the pick back for someone who wants Levis. Who needs Levis right now in like the later rounds? Let me see the teams. Who is stupid enough to move up right now? You want to know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Miami moves up to get this pick.
Do they have enough assets?
No,
though?
I mean, Miami would. I think Miami could take Levis.
We got a question, Hayden. You're the Jets fan. We got a question. Could
what's up?
Jets go cornerback, or are they set there? I feel like they have cornerback 1 and 2 is set, but maybe a cornerback 3.
Again, Christian Gonzalez still on the board from Oregon. Could he be the one?
Micah Parsons almost walked off the set. I don't know what channel he was on, but he almost walked off the set after the Eagles moved up to draft Jalen Carter. He said, "I'm just so sick to my stomach right now."
Is he really? I demand, I don't know. When it comes to picking players with alleged baggage, is it worth it or not? And it seems that most of the time, historically, those type of players, it didn't seem to haunt them for now. I'm coming into the draft at least, unless they have damning videos of them smoking weed out of mass and stuff.
Every console with the bomb rip.
But I don't know. I guess it's the innocent until proven guilty factor, and still go for it until something significant like that shows up.
I still disagree that Larry Tunsil should have not fallen the way he did, being arguably the best offensive tackle in his draft for just ripping some weed out of a bomb.
Oh, Larry Tunsil?
Yeah, Larry Tunsil fall.
He's turned out to be amazing in the NFL, and he got a second contract.
He's gotten traded.
So jokes on them.
He's gotten traded time and time again, or a couple times. First round picks. He's got big contracts.
Mm-hmm.
He's lived up to his hype.
No, Larry Tunsil's been awesome.
All those teams that passed on him because he ripped freaking weed was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It's true. It's very true. Innocent until proven guilty.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna check out the Schefter report, or do I have to look at Shams now, because Shams is now leading the way for and NFL people today. I don't know why.
He's like, this is my proof. I'm taking over.
Shams is about to just take over everything. He's just gonna take over.
He's so good.
He's gonna take over. He hasn't tweeted it a little bit. Maybe he got busy. He got tied up, but he was killing it early on with reports.
They're definitely trading this pick back. They're taking this long to take it.
I would. That's why I wanted to start looking, because I would think with them they're looking for some sort of trade.
Actually, no, they didn't trade the pick. They're celebrating, so they didn't trade it.
They're hitting the 90 seconds. Ooh, does Washington take Levis?
I have a feeling that might be the case.
That would be interesting. Do the Jets take Levis?
Jets are not taking Levis.
You're only going to get 2 years out of 2 or 3 years out of Raj. Might as well take Levis.
And definitely nobody wants to try Zach Wilson again. All right, they're celebrating some type of pick, but they're not telling us who it is.
Nolan Smith. Let's see. I'm not into the. It seems like the NFL reporters are even confused on this one.
I actually got one from Connor Hughes. If he's right on this fascinating stuff, he got the player name. I don't know what school this guy's from. I don't even know who he is, to be honest.
Levis on Washington. Levis on Washington is nasty work. I mean, it could. I would hate to see him there because I feel like he would probably torch the Giants a few times, but I wouldn't see why not. They got weapons there. They could easily go.
All right, somebody, you got it. All right, I'm doing a quick Google search on this one.
I got a Ari Buralov. I feel like I butchered his name. But it seems that the Jets pick is that they did not trade it.
Yeah, they made the pick.
So,
It looks like it's going to be Will McDonald out of Iowa State, the defensive end.
bolstering that defense.
Good pick.
I
Can't
think
go,
it's a solid
can't
pick.
go wrong with having too many pass rushers. So
Especially
Yeah.
now. Yeah, I wasn't really familiar with this guy. Have you guys heard about him?
a little bit.
Yeah, I've only heard a little bit of him too.
Give it to Connor Hughes being the first one to drop it. All right, let's see what he has here. Will McDonald the fourth.
Good selection. Can't complain about that one.
All right, he's been a All-American, first team All-American, FVA, third team All-American for Associated Press, first team Big 12. Says here one of the most feared pass rushers, 36 tackles, 5 sacks, 75 tackles for a loss. Seems like he knows how to really hurry the quarterback here. Hayden, tell me why you think this could be a good pick, and is it going to be?
McDonald?
Yeah.
He's definitely got potential. He can boost up their pass rush. I mean, you can never have too many pass rushers, especially in a division where you got Tua and Josh Allen. Mac Jones could play a little bit, so never a bad idea to get another pass rusher.
So no corner, no tackle, no receiver. They are going with the defensive end on this one.
My thing is so off. Like my pick is literally just about to be in. All right, Mets get the win. Let's see.
Really milking the clock on that one, Jets.
What broadcast are you guys on?
I'm on ESPN.
You're on ESPN. Let me see if I'm probably still gonna be on a delay, but let me
Take the
see.
pick already, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like if I love Twitter at times. Don't get me wrong, but okay, I'm on ESPN now. But like the Twitter thing of like the leaks coming out where like people beat the broadcast, like I feel like that has to go.
Good.
Yeah,
Like,
I
that
just
has
wonder
to
how
go.
you do it.
There's gonna be always
Okay,
someone that
okay.
leaks, but like I would just like it's just so annoying that like you would like.
Yeah, what's the point of watching this show if
That's
it's
what I'm
just gonna get
saying.
leaked anyway?
Like I can just sit on Twitter and just be like, oh, okay, like this is the first, this is the second. The same thing happens at the NBA draft. The same thing happens in baseball. But baseball is actually pretty good because baseball kind of like it's not a spectacle. So it's like it's kind of hidden.
Just
so
kinda
people don't really
happens.
know. It kind of just like people just presume. But with the NBA draft and the NFL draft, obviously they're both big events and spectacles. So
I
like
feel like Jets Twitter's complaining on this from what I'm seeing, saying Jets are still gonna Jets. Man, there's a lot of haters on this pick, huh?
I don't dislike the pick. I don't.
from
I
what
think
I'm
it's a good-
seeing on the
I actually
highlights
think it's a good
here,
selection.
looks like a good edge rusher. Their defense is already solid. You get a guy that's quick and explosive off the edge to go with the defense you have already. Like I said, I haven't really heard much of this guy, but from what I'm seeing on tape right now, and I know they usually show his best stuff, but he looks pretty damn good. Yeah,
It
doesn't
seems
quit
Will
on
Levis is the
plays.
best fit in this pick. We'll see if if the Commanders are going.
I would think you would. This guy's a sideline to sideline linebacker. I always love those.
He's gonna be eating on this one.
I don't know how he is in coverage, but if you have him as an edge rusher, you don't have to worry about it too much, Commander's quick with their pick as well. But then again, we always think the quick on the pick. We've been thinking it was Will Levis the last few times.
I'm really intrigued by this Patriot pick after.
I am too. I'm
Pick
intrigued
I
by
was
mean,
in.
that's
Detroit
near a
too.
linebacker because CJ Mosley's getting a little bit old, so it's
Yeah, that too.
the
I think it's
selection
a
itself
smart
is
pick.
not bad.
I think it's a smart pick. I don't think you can go
And if
wrong.
you think the guy could play, it makes a lot of sense.
Interesting Commander storyline too. Chase Young didn't get his 5th-year option picked up. So it's going to be interesting to see what they might do with that. But for the Commander storyline, do they go defense here? Do they go Will Levis? Everything works in their favor.
Well, Hayden, we know that you're not the biggest fan of Joe Davis, but
Joe Douglas, we know that already.
Joe Douglas, but can this pick change your mind with him?
No, but I mean the selection itself is fine. I'm not gonna shit on this.
I don't think it's not an earth.
It's not a perfect selection, but it's not the worst.
It's not worst.
The worst. It's not the worst. I can tell.
It was a team need, I think. So I think that kind of works in your.
This dude, Will Levis, is very nervous right now. Hendon Hooker.
I was gonna say
somebody Hayden was very high on.
Imagine Hendon Hooker gets taken before Will Levis. I think Twitter would break. I think Twitter might break if 2 raw quarterbacks get taken above Will Levis. And I know Will Levis is a little bit of a product himself.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Just getting some water.
Yep.
So we watch commercials.
Gonna be interesting. See, I'm gonna see if there's any chats. I'm gonna see if there's anything going on in chat. Nothing so far. Let's see what's happening in the world of sports. I'll give everyone a quick sports update. Devils now up 4-0 against the Rangers with 43 seconds left in the final period. Series is tied 2-2. That's going to go to Devils' favor. So Devils are going to lead 3-2. Chris with a good comment here, and we'll have Matt chime in as well. But Hayden, if Hendon Hooker wasn't like 26, he'd be higher in the draft. What do you think on that?
No, I mean, Hendon Hooker right now, in my opinion, is the best quarterback.
You think he's better than Will Levis?
Yep, I think he's better than Will Levis.
I can see it. I like his intangibles a lot, but I think Will Levis has obviously the higher upside, but it's Hooker's age a little bit. But I don't hate either of them. I think they're both going to be solid. Good question there. What do you guys think in chat? You can talk about that. Interesting game in Atlanta, tied now 90-90, 4-1 left in the third. So we'll see.
Wow, it's a long game. I feel like that game. Oh, is it 8:30 start time?
It was an 8:30 start time. Yeah, they didn't want to compete with the start of the draft. A lot of baseball scores. Yankees currently up over the Rangers 3-2 at the end of the 8th. Marlins beat the Braves 5-4. Pirates beat the Dodgers 6-2. Phillies beat the Mariners 1-0. Let's see if there are any other scores. Cubs beat the Padres 5-2. Cardinals shut out the Giants 6-0. Lose to the Angels 8-7. That game was wild. Shohei Ohtani was a home run away from. Chris also agrees he's definitely better than Levis. We'll talk about that in a second. Shohei Ohtani was a home run away being the first pitcher ever to hit for the cycle, and his home run literally missed by like 2 feet, got caught at the warning track. Baltimore over Detroit 7-4. Rays smacked the White Sox 14-5. In hockey, Lightning beat the Maple Leafs 4-2. So Maple Leafs lead the series 3-2. We got the Winnipeg Jets going against Golden Knights. Puck will be dropping any second now. So a lot of things happening in the world of sports, and obviously the NFL draft. But I don't know. Chris said he's definitely better than Levis for Hendon Hooker. I'm stuck on that. I don't know. I think they're both similar. I think Levis just has a little bit better arm talent than Hendon Hooker in my eyes. But both solid though. I really don't think you can go wrong. But
and I'm back.
Matt, we got some questions in chat. We're talking Will Levis, Hendon Hooker. One of the comments was if Hendon Hooker wasn't like 26, he would be higher in the draft. Commander's pick is in, so we'll see real quick what happens.
I do think there's something to that. He is older, and with the COVID year there, but yeah. And they're also worried about his injury history, but
Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback, Mississippi State. So
no way
of Will Levis continues in the draft.
He's going to the second round.
Hendon Hooker and Will Levis on the danger zone. I mean, Hendon Hooker was looking like he was going to be a second.
Hendon Hooker, everyone that was hurt.
Yeah, but Will Levis, the guy who people thought was going to be a lock top 10 pick, has now fallen out of the top 15. And interesting. Tampa Bay, New England's pick was quickly in. We'll see what New England does here. But Tampa Bay at 19. I know they.
Tampa Bay could take Levis.
I think Tampa Bay could go Levis because I don't know if they fully believe in Kyle Trask. Tampa Bay at 19 could be look spot for Will Levis. This is getting very interesting.
Didn't Tampa Bay just get Baker Mayfield?
They did, but he's a stopgap.
No, I agree with you on that.
He's
like
stopgap. He's not.
He has to start right away if he wants to stay there.
Yeah.
But the Patriots pick is in. What are the Patriots gonna do? Is this gonna be Will Levis? Everybody wondering. Will Levis.
Well, I know they have Mac Jones, but it looks like they're also trying to shop Mac Jones. So
scare him.
I guess.
Like you heard about those rumors of not rumors, those situations where he gets free agents to compete for those job and to scare them.
Oh yeah,
this could be that kind of situation.
Another interesting thing: Christian Gonzalez is falling, but that looks like that fall might be over.
Why don't they
soon?
Maybe they're gonna.
I think he's gonna get towards the end of this first round. I mean, the Commanders. Goodell said today that it looks like they're going to have the sale become final. During next month, but the Patriots pick is in.
Good selection.
See.
Good selection.
Solid pick.
Oh, here comes Goodell. Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon. He's going to New England. All right, big pick there. Patriot fans should be happy with that one.
I thought he was going to go higher in the draft. I like him a lot too, but Patriots get their guy. They he's a corner, but they lost a veteran who played a lot of years with McCourty retiring this offseason. So, they're getting a corner here, but they're going to hopefully find their next leader on the defense there with Gonzalez. So
big move from Big Bill on this one.
I like it. And I'm not surprised that I'm surprised to say the Patriots didn't trade down again because that team's notorious for just trading down. But they stuck here. They got a solid corner.
Maybe Seattle's gonna take Levis.
If I would honestly not be mad if they took Levis at 20. I think that would be such a value pick, especially with Geno not being on a huge contract, and he can learn because he is a little raw. But I wouldn't be mad if they did that.
Let me see Jose Trevino going deep. Man, if Aaron Judge is out for the Yankees for an extended period of time, this Yankee team's in a lot of trouble. I don't even see this.
What's your record right now? Let's see,
let me confirm that really quick.
You're 14-11.
I know it's early. I mean, it's late. It's late April, early May's around the corner. But this Yankee team is not looking promising whatsoever.
With how the Rays are freaking playing.
See what happens when you don't upgrade the offense in the offseason, Cashman?
Rays are 20-5. Just who would have thought?
20-5.
I'm trying to see. The next best team in the AL are the Orioles at 16-8.
They smell so weird.
I told you they're my dark horse team this year.
Detroit.
Baseball podcast.
What is Detroit gonna do? And yes, good pick on that one with the dark horse. We'll see what happens there.
Orioles, yeah.
Detroit picking again.
They're going to take another running back. They're going to stack the running backs.
Are they set at tight end? I don't think so.
Well, they traded DJ, so no, they can go tight end.
Maybe Dalton Kincaid from Utah.
Yeah.
Or the tight end from Notre Dame, popular pick.
They could go offensive line, bolster that a little bit. They need a little bit of everything, which is why the pick at running back was so shocking.
Or After this, it's going to be Tampa Bay. Maybe Will Levis does get picked for Tampa.
I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna see where he gets picked. It's gonna be interesting.
Are you watching this pineapple commercial with the guy from The Bear?
Yeah.
Who's a real chef? That guy makes me laugh. You ever watch The Bear?
I haven't, but I heard it's a solid watch.
Amazing. Season 2 with Bob Odenkirk now.
I saw that.
Show can't
That's
get
a
any
huge,
better.
Huge signing there, getting Bob Odenkirk on board.
That's right. Big signing to
Big signing.
1 year contract, 1 season contract. Are they still doing Jake from State Farm commercials with Aaron Rodgers now in?
Probably.
Yeah, that's one.
They're probably
They're
going to
keeping that a Midwest thing.
They're probably going to pump like 70 of them now that he's in New York.
Here you see this Fast commercial, Fast and Furious. This is the second to last one.
Wait, I thought this was the last one. No,
he said 11 was. This is 10.
Okay.
They said 11 was going to be.
I stopped watching Fast after like 6.
What type of sincere finale do you have after 11 films? Like, what do you say? I mean, there's people you can't bring back, unfortunately.
No,
it's these movies are just jokes. Like, when people come to watch them.
It's not. You're not going to like the Marvel payoff, right? Like we got like the end game payoff that was just like
Endgame should have just. And I don't know about you, with the exception of not Wonderlust. Why am I blanking on the show?
WandaVision.
Yeah. They should have just taken a 10-year break after that.
I agree. But again, it's Disney and they want all the content in the world. I haven't really watched any of the shows. I heard WandaVision's good. I heard Loki was good. But I saw
WandaVision. That was it.
Yeah, I haven't really watched most. I'm behind on Star Wars content. I just finished Mandalorian, obviously, but I need to catch up on like Andor and a couple of animated shows. But yeah, Disney's just gonna.
Yeah, my Disney Plus is a waste of money, but I'm gonna get back into it eventually.
Like I think the content's there if you're like someone that has the time to watch all that. But like right now, I don't. But it's just like there's so much going on. But like the Marvel thing, it's like if you weren't like for me, like Endgame, like after I'm like, oh, okay, like what else can you tell me? Like I'm not gonna be as invested.
Yeah, right.
Like
epilogue. The only thing what you could do those Space Wars, but
which
they're better as graphic novels. If you're asking me,
those movies will probably be solid, but like it's the same thing, right? Like it's just you have to catch up on everything, and I just like don't have time to watch like 14 different movies.
That's why I like the alternate heroes with The Boys and Amazon. Yeah, I like the twist on that.
Show. Yeah, that's a good show too.
I saw that it was a popular the Power Rangers. They brought back some of the surviving Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's a great TikTok clip to watch. I didn't take the time to watch it, but it's a thing.
Ooh, the Lions go like we go Nolan Smith.
Lions just making us wait.
They go Nolan Smith. Get like a linebacker to go with Hutchinson.
You need any way to add to that defense, man.
They can add to the offense too. They can go Zay Flowers or Jackson.
I'd like to see him on the Giants. What are these options? What are those two options on the camera, Zay or Jackson?
Yeah, I would love Jackson on the team. I would want it so bad.
Him and Marvin Harrison Jr. were such a great combo.
ESPN and you see that stat?
Which one?
ESPN analysis on Will Levis said that there was a 1.8% chance he would be available at pick 18.
He is legitimately nervous.
Bo Callahan.
Bo Callahan. Or when you learn about the business of sports and all the money, it's still going to be millions of dollars. So
I think I learned it with Rodgers, the Rodgers draft where he fell. That's where I was sitting down and I'm like, that's where I started getting fascinated with the draft. I was young and I was like, oh, Alex Smith is solid. And then like all of a sudden you see this.
That was the first draft I really remember. And they passed him. And
they just kept on falling. I'm like, this guy is losing like millions of dollars right now. And then he gets drafted by Green Bay and you're like, why? They have Brett Favre. You understand why now. But
like,
that was like the first draft. I'm like, oh.
Detroit.
Pick Levis. I really do not know at this point.
If he doesn't go to Tampa, I'm
He's not going to
genuinely
Tampa.
lost. I would be genuinely lost.
Looks like the Lions are going to take a linebacker, Iowa stud Jack Campbell. No relation to Dan Campbell.
Why did they not take Smith? Why is Nolan Smith falling?
And the
But
Vikings.
it looks like they're going with that linebacker pick you just
I guess
spoke
the
into
Vikings
existence,
could-
Alex.
The
Oh, I
Vikings
did.
could take Levis, I guess.
Campbell's solid too, but
Celtics are trailing by 2. Hawks are trying to force a game 7. This is intense.
do I need to put on my league pass on the side here?
What's the score of that game?
197.
No, it's time left.
198 now. They're going into the 4th.
Like I said, that shot from Trae Young was one of the best shots I ever saw in playoff history. Literally ice in his veins taking that 3. Dude, how many linebackers are they going to take from Iowa? They've taken like three linebackers.
Iowa is so underrated. They had some great players coming to that school. George Kittle. Also tonight, if anyone's interested,
Yeah, what's up?
James Corden ends his late night show tonight at 12:30.
Oh.
Last episode.
Tampa, the pick is in already. Wow.
They're firing on all cylinders. All right, I got to put on league pass now.
Yeah, I'm putting the games on my phone.
People who are watching in chat, who do you guys have? Hawks, Celtics. I already know Chris is going to have the Celtics as he's a
I don't know.
Celtics fan.
It's a tough decision for me.
Who do you
I'd
guys
love
have?
to see. I think the Celtics are ultimately going to win that series, but it would be a real embarrassment if they didn't. I'd love it. But then people are going to complain about the competition in the East. So I like to see.
Well, no, because then it'd just be like the underdogs, like the Knicks.
Well,
overcame
true.
The Cavs,
And that would
the
be some
Heat
cool.
overcame the Bucks.
Yeah, I'd like it. Think it'll be cool. But the narrative of people of Twitter and angry people say, "Oh, they're not. It's not legit." But you know what? That's what these better teams who pull it off, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean by that?
No, I agree. But the thing, it's like you can put the blame on like Joe Mazzulla being an inexperienced coach going up against Quinn Snyder, who's been there before. I don't know it's a new team, but he's had a crap ton of success when he was with Utah. So it's not like he hasn't been in this situation. He knows what to do.
That's going to be some series, Alex. Knicks Heat, and if
Knicks
Josh
Heat.
Hart, it's pretty much going to be if Josh Hart could be the one to stop Jimmy Butler.
Well, yeah, it's either going to be RJ or Josh Hart.
And I think they can. Definitely Josh Hart, I think, can.
I think
We'll see
RJ
if RJ's
can tire him
momentum.
out. Yeah, I think RJ can tire him out.
But clearly, if we saw in this series, I don't know if Milwaukee was honestly ready for. There really is a playoff Jimmy.
There's a playoff Jimmy. I think another interesting thing. My cousin sent me this stat. Joe, who's in chat, he sent me like Quickly's defensive rating is like top 5 amongst guards.
Yeah,
And I know like he'll be undersized against Jimmy, but I think his quickness could be something interesting too. Like, no
man, if
pun
he could get like a
intending,
solid 5 steals out of that.
that's what I'm saying. Like he just uses his quickness to take his advantage. Chris said it's embarrassing we didn't close this out already for the Celtics. I agree. You guys had 2 easy chances to do it, and both times you let Trae get on fire. Again, also Joe Mazzulla's inexperience at coaching in the last game definitely cost you this one. That Trae Young shot was insane. I give him that, but there was moments leading up to that were bad. Like Marcus Smart's foul at half court late in that game, that was terrible.
The
All right,
pick is
Bucks.
in for Tampa Bay. Going with Pittsburgh's Kaja Cansey, the defensive end. They're going defense on here. Again, Will Levis. Unless he's going to get picked with his next pick with Seattle.
So you got Seattle and the Chargers coming up. Kalijah Cansey,
I think
solid.
the Chargers definitely need a wide receiver the most.
Baltimore's at 22. They just got Lamar back. They're not taking Levis.
They're not
This is gonna be
taking
really
Will
interesting.
Levis. Absolutely
This is
not.
gonna
Alicia Casey getting
His NFL
compared to
comparison- yeah, I was gonna say,
to Aaron Donald.
Donald. That's a
Big comparison.
That's a big comparison. If his
Probably
comparison is
one of
to
the
Aaron
top two or
Donald,
three.
yeah, I was
Aaron
gonna
Donald
say.
right now is probably one of the top 2 or 3 greatest defensive players of all time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you get compared to him, you should be not like pick 19. You should be pick like 3.
3, the first overall pick.
Yeah. I mean, I understand you see some of those clips. He definitely has the speed and the movement, but yeah, I mean, they both went to Pitt. There's also that too. But like, I see on that. If you guys are watching on the ESPN graph, whoever people might be in chat, but if you're listening or hearing the show later on ESPN, if you look at their height, weight, 40-yard dash, they're almost identical. So that's
there's like, I'm not even kidding you.
That.
When I say this about Aaron Donald, there's legit hype for him to being the greatest defensive player of all time.
I think, to me,
like almost better than Lawrence Taylor.
He's
or Deacon Jones.
He's to me at least.
He's at least top 5.
He's in the Mount Rushmore for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely.
We'll see how he finishes his career.
But even then, though, the dude is.
Oh yeah, if he retired
insane.
tomorrow, he's fine. But if he could stay on this level, especially.
Yeah, but I'm just trying like.
He had a Super Bowl winning sack.
I think you would have like LT. You would have.
Probably have LT, Donald, Deacon Jones,
Yeah.
and then maybe like Ronnie Lott or Dion at corner.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ron. I think you might have to have Dion just for how he changed the game at the corner position. So, I think that's a solid 4 if you'd had LT, Aaron Donald, Deacon Jones, and Dion. I don't think people get mad. I think there's other people you can easily slide in for like Deacon or Dion, but I think you could potentially do that.
Don't forget Reggie White too.
Reggie too, yeah. There's Reggie White. Oh man, there's a lot of good defensive players. It's like hard. It's very difficult to group it all.
Draft day.
Yeah, I'll take some time with their pick.
You know, one Marvel movie I will be excited for though is Deadpool 3.
Oh yeah, Deadpool 3. That's must watch.
Probably see
Hugh
that.
Jackman coming back with
to the theater
Wolverine.
for
That's
that
gonna
one.
be unbelievable. Atlanta's taking a 2-point lead. That means there's a bunch of time left. There's 9 minutes left.
Dude, the Devils smoked the Rangers tonight.
They did. The Rangers need to get their shit together.
It's simple. I couldn't say that any better. Just Salicata on that one.
Styles gonna lose his mind.
Hayden is a fan caller. Hayden from Dick Sills.
Yeah.
I need to hear him.
Hey, you ever called Sal?
One time.
Really? So Russ Miller, who's responsible for the Salicata extreme rant, who accused him of being a jinx, has been on this show before. Unbelievable.
Hayden,
I understand. Let's just say I understand where Sal's coming from with that guy.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask you, Hayden, has there been ever a WFN host that just got like went off on you?
JJ.
JJ? What did you say to JJ?
He asked me what type of Kool-Aid I was drinking.
What was the conversation on that?
Mets,
You
it
said
was at
JJ.
the time when the Mets were like 7 games out of the wild card chase in like 2000, like I want to say like 18 or 19.
Okay.
And I said like pretty much everything gone wrong in the first half that could go wrong, and that if they're only 7 games back, I think they have a chance to like compete towards the end of the season. And then they basically ended up only 3 games out of the wild card. They went like 86 and 76 that year.
Yeah.
And
they just missed
I ended up being right. The guy told me I was like drinking Kool-Aid. He was the one who's a moron. I actually ended up being right. So.
JJ's now with the Ringer, right? Is he with the Ringer?
Yeah, he's with the Ringer. I don't really listen to his podcasts like that.
No, either.
I've tuned in a few times. Still good.
I just know one of the hosts I work with.
Him and Carton have a big feud now.
What'd you say? I'm sorry. Wait. What did you first say?
Carton have a big feud right now.
Carton and JJ have a feud?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did. He did call him out. I forgot. What was the?
Well, JJ's kind of a douchebag, to be honest with you. I'm being perfectly honest. He's a bit of a dick.
Jaylen Brown, you got to finish that.
He definitely. One thing I noticed with this pod, he swears all the time on this pod.
Yeah.
He thinks he's the best. JJ.
But one of the hosts I work with at my job every day is like buddies with JJ because he said like, oh, I was on JJ's podcast, and I was like, oh, I used to hear this guy on WFN. I didn't even know like
which host is that?
On NBA Today, Justin Termini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah. So he's
Awesome.
So I heard him on the show when I was.
What do you? I know you work for the NBA, but you do like the shows. You help out the shows.
Yeah, I tell everyone I'm like a streaming producer more or less, but I help out with the series. There's 2 Sirius XM radio shows that we do like a video simulcast on. I help out with like the NBA Today side. If you ever like tune in on the NBA Today stuff, they sometimes like
I never could. I was never good at editing and stuff and to a tech stuff.
I like help like cut the show. Like I'm like while we're live, I like go from like different looks and graphics and everything. So it's fun, but yeah.
Seattle's really thinking here.
Yeah.
45 seconds to go.
Are they trying to trade? Let's see.
Is it time to add another wide receiver? They could have used some more weapons to help DK out here. If not, then I think a wide receiver, the next receiver will definitely go to the Chargers. All right, the pick is in for Seattle. I don't like Booger McFarland after his hate for Eli Manning. I respect him, but not a fan. Well, we're waiting.
I haven't seen a selection thing yet on the Twitters. Oh, I got it spoiled. This is gonna be interesting, guys. Seattle is tooling up offensively. I'm low key angry now.
They're drafting a wide receiver then here.
Or
no, tight end. They could be drafting Michael Mayer.
I'm low key. Come on, go to the pick.
Tight end actually makes sense for them. Who's their tight end right now?
It's Fant, right? The guy in the Russell Wilson trade.
It was
It was someone.
No, it was Will Dissly for a little bit.
I think they still have Dissly. I think it's Dissly and Fant.
They could be going for a tight end. Makes some sense.
But I got it spoiled on Twitter. Can we save this stuff for like the second round?
What's that?
I was saying, can we save like this stuff to the second round, like all the having the kids come out, like as great as it is.
I agree with you. It is like, very wholesome, and you like it, but
like, I respect it. But like, the first round of the draft, I feel like you should.
Yeah, get your PR for later.
All the other leagues just have it as their commissioner. In the second round, you do stuff like this.
What did these kids do exactly?
I'm sure they're part of like the Seattle.
Oh wow! Well, they got in Jigba. They got DK Metcalf, Lockett. Oh my god!
Yes, Jackson Smith-Njigba from Ohio State is going to Seattle. Will Levis, sorry, bro, you're gonna be a second rounder.
Unless the Vikings take him.
Yeah, that's another one I didn't think about.
Whoever had their money on Will Levis falling to the second round as like a prop pick, they're smiling ear to ear right now because they're about to cash in on some money.
Yo, Funhouse pointed out, Alex.
Yeah.
The Rangers haven't scored since Mike Francesa gushed about their offense. He really is a bad jinx.
The Francesa jinx. God
There's
damn
some
you, Mike
bad
Francesa.
jinxes that guy's made.
Damn you. I'm mad now. I wanted the Giants to have this guy.
Yeah, me too.
Son of a bitch.
But I like the guy from TCU.
I like Zay Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like the Chargers could easily take Zay.
Yeah, they might. I have a feeling they're going to take him right now.
Minnesota can even take Zay. They have more needs than that, Minnesota, but they might say screw it. Justin Jefferson and Zay Flowers together. Who's stopping that combo?
Yeah.
I love people had to do the report that the Vikings picked up Justin Jefferson's 5th-year option. Like we all knew that was the most obvious thing in the world. Like you didn't have to.
Right.
We just all knew. Like obviously they're picking up his 5th-year option.
Same with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Them picking up his option too.
Like,
All right.
I'll tell you one option. They almost won
I
it.
think I'm heading off. You get to sleep.
All right. Have a good night, Hayden.
Oh, good. Later,
Awesome.
Hayden.
Thanks. Was this long enough, or is that all right? Time being.
Yeah,
Do what you
whatever
gotta do.
want to do what you gotta do. We're good.
All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. When's the next
Later.
episode? Monday? Or
We'll be in touch with that.
all right. All right. I'll talk to you
Later,
All right,
later.
see ya.
Me and Matt, like the old days back in Uhart.
That's right. WSCM reunion.
There's a reunion right here.
Let's keep it going. If I have to do a 10-year anniversary when that first episode is coming up this fall, man. Oh
That's
my.
wild. That's wild. Jesus. It's been slow. God.
Well, we're
It's
still
crazy that God
we're
was
still
so
keeping
cool.
it going, Alex, forever
Keep
and
it
ever.
going. Crazy though. It's just crazy times.
Indeed.
That was the place I should have stopped by when I was there. I should have went and checked out I feel like they have probably upgraded the
I want to see if they still have the
studio.
record room.
Yeah, that was cool.
I feel like Spotify. I remember learning about Spotify our fall semester freshman year, and everything changed.
Yeah. That was crazy. But yeah, the renovation will be done soon. Nope.
Don't forget that Seahawks team adding to that, they were a playoff team.
Yeah.
And they were leading. And they were leading at one point against the 49ers in that playoff game. And yeah, Pete Carroll's in a good spot.
I mean, you can't, there's no such thing as too little offense, so just add to it. That team's going to be scary.
Yeah, I think here that, again, the Chargers are going to go with a wide receiver on this one.
I would think so, too. Wide receiver or tight end. But this draft has been weird, though. It hasn't been like a traditional draft.
Yeah, no major big trades
Yeah.
here. I wonder if the DeAndre Hopkins rumors, if he's going to get traded to Baltimore in this, and Baltimore trades back.
I think
Well,
yeah.
Well, not trade.
Well, they'll trade the 22nd for D-Hop. But then again, I feel like that's like not like a reach, but I feel like you could probably give up less to get him,
Right? I mean, D-Hop coming off of the suspended shortened season, he did
D-Hop's
put in
still
work.
good, but I wouldn't give up a first for him. I'll give up like a second at best.
Oh,
like, I would
yeah,
give him, like,
especially
a third and a fifth, or, I'd do something like that. I don't think I'd give up a first for D-Hop. At this point in his career, at his age, he's still reliable as hell. But
it's just a baggage that comes too. You hear about him not wanting to practice, being combative.
I mean, but that's also like that's also kind of like the situation he's in, right? Like the Cardinals were just a freaking mess last year, and that dude got traded there to kind of try to be
Man,
like
what a bad idea. Extending Kyler Murray.
Yeah, they're really letting out. He's another guy. Like I thought he was going to be so good, and he's solid. He is, but like it's just.
It's like his decision making.
Like it's like a decision making, but it's like he just doesn't seem like he's in it, Like
he doesn't. He doesn't care. He just doesn't. It seems like he doesn't care. he cares about Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just like his head's not in it. Like it's just like he's not like the ultimate competitor. You know, like,
Wonder if he
you know, he's a competitor in Call of Duty, but not in you know, anywhere else.
Wonder if he'd be bold enough to I wonder if they'd be bold enough. If he'd be bold and well, he's gonna get paid. See how the rest of his career. I mean, he's still 5-6. He still has a 5 years on his deal. And say for some reason he doesn't play football past his contract, would he go back to the MLB, try to make it as a 30-year-old?
I couldn't see that. I think he's so far, like I feel like after a while, like you get so far away from baseball, it's just like so hard to get back into it. Like look at the Tim Tebow experience,
especially just hitting a fastball like that.
Yeah.
Oh man!
Wow. Okay, so Zay Flowers still on the board.
Yeah,
they went
Quentin Johnson was picked, but maybe if he could just last a few more picks.
The Baltimore's picks now is interesting because they could go Zay to add to the wide receiver room, but at the same time they could go defense. They can go some other places. So it's gonna be interesting. Jacksonville at 24 could go Zay. Their offense is already incredible as is. You add Zay to that,
right?
Like a game breaker. But surprising here that Zay Flowers isn't the second wide receiver taken off the board. But
yeah, let's start this waiting game with this one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. I need another drink. I'm waiting for the next commercial break. I'm wondering when the hell they're going to start doing that.
Yeah, I can pour myself something too. I don't really have anything here.
I only have some bourbon left. I still have to reload. But I'll go with a little nightcap. So this is kind of interesting because now the Chargers are going to have kind of two bigger receivers with Williams and Quentin Johnson. I mean, they have Keenan, but he's always hurt.
Yeah, and he keeps getting older and older and older.
Like he's just falling apart. You can't trust him. But it'll be interesting if Mike Williams can stay healthy, which again he's had injury issues in his past, but he's a little bit of a bigger receiver here. But I like it. Ooh, does Minnesota go with Will Levis?
And remember, the Chargers season got almost collapsed on them.
Yeah.
And that coach just saved his job last year.
He did.
So
I thought he was for sure going to get fired.
Yeah, Brady Staley, but they're going to keep it going.
Chris and chat said Kyler Murray should pull a Tim Tebow. I do have to say, the only good thing that came out of Tim Tebow's baseball experience is that in MLB The Show, they dropped like a silver version of Tim Tebow that had like crazy power against righties. That was one of the best early in-game cards from a few years ago I've ever seen. I would love them to bring back like a retro throwback Tim Tebow. I would love to use that card again.
They need to cross promote and bring back these players for the backyard baseball trilogy. Get your Pablo Sanchez, Ahmed Khans.
Get me either backyard football or backyard baseball back. Just do it. Someone, please. Come on, there's money out there.
I did the baseball. I did I'll show you the audio I did for the cold opening.
But man, I missed those games. Those were really legit.
Let me get that. Let me pull that up for you real quick.
Yeah, you're good.
This is the one I did. It was I saw it off Brett Beatty, his last AAA home run this season so far. Wait.
You're playing? I don't hear it. Hey, Matt,
Sounds of nostalgia.
I didn't hear it. Did you play it again?
Oh,
play a little louder.
Let me see. We focus on here. Can you can hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
like muffled. You can send me it. Send me it. I want to hear it. Do you have it? Can you send it? Yeah, just fire it my way. I'll play it. I'll see if I can play it live so my you can pick it up. But just send it to me. For some reason it's not getting picked up on the mic.
Right now.
Cool.
I also wonder if this is a good chance to add to the secondary for Baltimore. Maybe that Nolan Smith from Georgia. I think he'd be a good fit for the Giants. I know they went with the veteran linebacker, but they really should go younger with that. Oh man, those wings look good at that Geico commercial now.
Those wings are fantastic. I'll see if you guys can hear it. I'll play it on my mic, but this is the video not something.
Are you playing it?
Yeah. Is it not coming through?
It's so weird. I can't hear it either. I don't know what it is.
It's so bizarre. But
maybe because the Zoom is thinking it's background noise and cancels it out.
Yeah, it's weird. But I was playing it with people right into the mic. But yeah, I missed those calls. It was awesome.
Oh, what was that girl's name?
Oh,
the dynamic duo, that guy.
It was, wasn't it like Vinny the Gooch or something?
I think Vinny the Gooch, which I don't know if that is able there, but I'm definitely know that Vinny. Yeah, I think that's definitely him. Hold up.
Wait, I gotta look it up. Sunny day. It was sunny day.
Sunny day.
It was sunny day. Yeah, and then Vinny the Gooch until 2005. Then I guess he aged out. I don't know.
Vinny the Gooch.
Or was it the last time they made a baseball game? Oh no, it ended in like 2009, 2010.
It says here backyard baseball was played as late as 2015 was the latest one, and you could actually it's an iOS game. But we know that backyard baseball 2001 had literally the greatest pro roster ever. Let me read you these names: Barry Larkin, Vladimir Guerrero, Jeff Bagwell, Larry Walker, Chipper Jones, Derek Jeter, Mike Piazza, Tony Gwynn, Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken Jr., Von Rodriguez, Randy Johnson. Oh man, Alex Rodriguez.
Yep.
It literally can't get any better than that.
One of the few games that Barry Bonds, for some reason, let his license go at the time.
Yeah, huh?
Backyard baseball, and it was fantastic. I always had Randy Johnson. I think my picks were usually I would always have Randy, Barry, and Piazza.
I always picked Jeter first, no matter what. Jeter
was solid,
Piazza. Too. Randy Johnson was the best pitcher.
Randy was the best pitcher, yeah. But
yeah, that's hit of the bat, that nostalgia sound.
The nostalgia of Pablo Sanchez's walk-up music.
With the stereotypical
the stereotypical
mariachi music.
Horns. Yeah. It was classic.
No, it looks like Jason Tato's putting the team on his back. They want to end this series now.
Yeah, he's in cruise control. What does he have?
Looks Brown like 32. Damn it, Alex.
Is Zago?
Yep. Going to the Ravens. More help for Lamar Jackson. All right, Lamar.
Right. Lamar's getting his wishes. He's getting the receiver helps he wants. I like the move. I don't know what the Giants are going to do now. It's going to be interesting.
Minnesota
trading or they're taking?
No, they're just not. They're just next. They're on the clock. I don't know.
Do they go Will Levis and let him learn behind Kirk Cousins?
I think that's something to consider. You can never tell if they like Kirk Cousins or not. They definitely did this year.
Yeah.
But
I mean, for just like, you have Kirk and you have for this year and then you have him learn,
Yeah.
All right. It looks like Boston is going to advance. They are up with about 40 seconds left. It's 126-119. So they'll play the 76ers in the second round. That should be a fun series.
Assuming Joel is healthy
yeah.
too. But yeah, I like that. The Uncut Gems series. I watched that movie. I rewatched it the other day.
Does it hold up as a rewatch or not really?
Well, I think for a hardcore cinephile, for sure, seeing how they make that you feel so anxious on a filmmaking standpoint. Yeah. But I would say yes, actually. Okay. But it's a tough rewatch. It's weird. I think it is good enough for us to rewatch, even though the depressing ending.
Yeah.
I'm excited for their next, but those Safdie brothers, I went back to see all their, like, when they got really hardcore indie films.
Yeah.
Where they hit a mainstream, they've always are dark.
Yeah.
Like they did this movie about a heroin addict. And the actor was a legitimate heroin sufferer from it was literally addicted to heroin. She could act, but she's not a professional actress, doesn't act anymore. But yep, that's what they did. And I love Good Time. That's one of my favorite movies. That is much more rewatchable.
Yeah.
You ever see Good Time with Robert Pattinson?
I've seen like parts. I have to sit and watch it like fully.
That's great. Oh, great movie.
When I saw it was good. But
like top 50 favorite movies of all time. Okay. Amazing movie.
I gotta go sit and watch that.
More rewatchable than Uncut Gems for sure.
Yeah.
And that was their first. Good Time was their first A24 movie.
Okay.
And then they did it with this, and I guess the sports memorabilia film, which I'm really interested in. Yeah. Adam Sandler and Ben Affleck, I think. And there was another, like, this big actress, but I can't remember her name. But I like the Safdie brothers.
They're solid.
Did you know originally Uncut Gems, it wasn't supposed to be Kevin Garnett, it was supposed to be Joel Embiid?
Yeah.
And it was because they got extended in the playoffs.
Yeah, he couldn't do it. Yeah,
I think he would have done well.
I think, yeah. I mean, but KG was a great choice too. I think he couldn't go wrong. He did great, but I think Embiid would have been very good too.
Love speaking of NBA player actors, Ray Allen, and he got game.
Mm-hmm.
Going 1-on-1 against Denzel. Literally in basketball and acting.
I mean, there's solid athletes out there as actors. Doesn't always work out, but there's
like Shaq and Kazam.
Yeah, Shaq and Kazam.
Not Shazam, Kazam.
As a kid though, like I don't know why I liked Kazam, and then you go back and watch it when you're older
as an adult,
and you're like, this movie is trash.
That's speaking of the Power Rangers. Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movies like that for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could even say it will never. You could say that about Space Jam, the first one, but it's just so nostalgic.
It's so nostalgic.
You give it a pass.
Yeah, you definitely give it a pass. There's definitely movies from our childhood that we give like passes to.
Mm-hmm. You know, one movie that's a bad movie but a fun watch is Rocky IV.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's like a movie you see and we're like, this is not great, but it's like a fun
yeah.
watch. Like it's not gonna, blow the roof off, but it's all right. It's a Rocky movie. It kind of became what it was. It's like, it's a Rocky movie.
Still have to see Creed 3.
I have to watch the first Creed. I haven't watched.
You never seen Creed?
I haven't seen Creed yet. I have not seen.
Wow, I'm
Creed.
surprised.
I'm gonna definitely watch those. I need to catch up all on John Wick as well. Like I'm not behind. Like that's.
I've actually never seen a John Wick movie.
The first John Wick was really good, but I have to catch up on those. But yeah, I never watched a single Creed. I'm a big Rocky fan, so I was like, I don't know why I didn't sit and watch Creed. I don't know.
Creed's awesome. Really is. I saw it in theater.
Things.
The first one.
You saw the first one in theaters. So. Yeah, I heard 3 was very good.
And I think Jonathan Major's in a lot of trouble. So before he's removed for good.
Yeah.
It's too bad. Hopefully that story's not real.
But like the thing that's crazy too is like Marvel also backed him like with their future plans, and you're like, gosh.
Yeah, he made him as the next major villain.
Yeah. And you're like, uh-oh. Like, what are you? Can't recast, you can't recast like Thanos.
That's a hard explanation.
They just they'll just use like the multiverse. It's like it would just be a different version of him, but a different actor.
Or if they just completely CGI an actor right now, an AI actor.
Yeah.
All right, still taking their time with Minnesota on this. NFL fans really are the most loyal. Well, hockey too,
Yeah.
but with just how they go out there and just
Travel.
dressing up and
Yeah.
it was nuts.
And it's like the draft. It's like the draft. It's not even like the playoffs. It's like
Yeah,
it's
right. That's
exciting,
the draft.
but it's like the first round of the draft. I know. I heard back then. I don't know if they still do it. So this is why there might be a good amount of fans. But like supposedly, if you stay for like all the rounds, you get like a voucher to go back next year. That's how it used to be back in the day.
You just go, just always a whole voucher.
Because supposedly Giannotti used to said that. I was listening to the Boomer and Gio or Greg Giannotti, and I was like, he was talking about how he would just like take the train when it was in New York, and they would go for like the first round. And they found out if you stayed for like the rounds, like the next few days after, you would get a voucher to return, like to go back next year. So they would just like hang out there and just get like the ticket or the voucher, and then just go back the next year for like free. And I'm like, oh.
I definitely would like to check out a draft at some point.
Yeah, I would think if it's back local again, like if they do like New York, or if they do like MSG or Brooklyn or
Radio City,
I would check it out.
Kristaps Porzingis, which I guess in a way it's a justified boot in a way.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if his career's not turning out to what it turned out, what they wanted, what he wanted.
But we thought he was going to be a Knick for a long time, and that only lasted like 3.5 years. And then he was gone.
Players, the cringing players who we picked Frank Ntilikina over. I know at least Jonathan Mitchell.
I didn't like that pick of the draft at that time. And
you think this guy, what's it pronounced? Wembanyama?
Wembanyama,
yeah. Another French.
He's the truth.
He'll be good?
I think he's good. I mean, I get like to see highlights of him a lot from work, and someone on my team handles a lot of the games for the app, so I got to see stuff up close. And yeah, he's good. Just someone that his size with his shooting ability. I think just the only thing that concerns me is his weight. He's a little undersized, so I think like the Joel and the Beads of the world, the Giannis's, the Jokic's, that he'll probably have to guard and face a lot, can just easily bully him. But I think if he gets like the right trainer at the right team and he bulks up, not saying he has to bulk up like 30 pounds, but bulk up like 10, 15 pounds.
Yeah, at least enough
to
hold your own in the box.
Exactly. Yeah. Like keep the hold his own in the paint. I think it'd be fine. But like I said, I like he has all the intangibles, and he can shoot, he can pass, he can dribble. He's like 7'4". It's crazy. He's a very unique prospect. Like it's just, like I said, the only thing that concerns me is that even the big guys in the league he plays in, the French league he play in, can sometimes just bully him and back him down. So that's like the one big drawback I have with him. But
another wide receiver off the block. Jordan Addison of USC.
Okay, that's a solid pick too. I like Jordan Addison a lot out of the draft. So, wow, the Vikings, man, they're gonna have a solid receiving room. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, solid duo.
What are the? We got a trade alert, Alex.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, the Giants and the Jaguars are swapping picks.
Ooh, okay.
Where do you think we're going? Are we going to get a wide receiver, a new center?
I think they're going to go all line, but I think they're getting afraid with the receiver run. So they might be swapping to get their guy.
We'll get the details in a few minutes. But all right, Giants picking 24.
I wonder what I don't think they probably had to give up like a fourth. I don't think they had to give up a bunch right now for that. We'll see.
Here we go. Again, all right. So the terms are a 24th, and the Giants are going to trade the 25th, 160th, and 240th.
Interesting.
Do we possibly add a defensive back?
That could be a thing too. That could be.
We did have some problems, especially in the postseason of players getting burned against us.
Yeah. It could go corner. I was trying to think. Let's see. I'm trying to. What was the details of the trade? I didn't see it. What did you say it was?
It is going to be the 24th for the 25th, 160th, and 240th.
Okay.
Interesting.
I feel like that's kind of Giants kind of gave up a little bit too much to move up one pick, but
All right. It says also here on an Aaron Judge update, talking Yankees. Aaron Judge he himself said he expects to miss a few days, but adds that he isn't concerned. The hip issue was from that awkward slide. It was hip discomfort today.
In NBA news, it officially went final. Boston defeats Atlanta 128-120. They win the series 4-2, and they will take on, like we said before, the 76ers. So congrats to the Boston Celtics. Got a little dicey for them at the end there.
Interesting. Okay.
They advanced.
Did you see the Marley Rivera getting getting really pissed at that journalist? I just saw the video now for the first time. Aaron just sitting here like, what is going on?
Yeah. She got fired, didn't she?
You think she should have got fired for that?
From what I heard, the report, I don't think you call people that and expect to have your job.
Like, no, yeah, you always have to be professional. Yeah. But I always hear like it always gets hostile between these journalists. But I guess the thing is she got caught on camera, so they had no choice.
It's the same thing with Rachel Nichols getting caught on the hot mic. Like it's for these companies, it's kind of them to save face. They'd much rather separate themselves from the person than not. It's interesting. They give 3 picks, move up one spot. There must be a guy they really love that they were afraid like someone was going to take.
I trust Shane in this sense.
Late round draft picks, honestly, I'm fine with. It wasn't like they moved the first and the future first to move up one spot.
All right. I just saw on Twitter who they're picking. Do you want me to do you want to wait till it's official?
Let's wait till it's official.
Okay.
I want to be excited. I shut off Twitter for this one, so. Dude, Pete Davidson's getting sponsored by everyone lately.
Oh man, I'm really excited for his new show dropping in June.
Yeah, his Peacock. That show looks pretty.
Who's Joe Pesci?
Yeah.
And Inidi Falco. I think it'll be really good.
To get Joe Pesci to do that must be a pretty solid damn script, honestly.
I saw his first TV show since like 1975.
Yeah. Like Joe Pesci doesn't really do a lot of stuff now unless he really like believes in it. So.
Yeah. How do you feel about this George Foreman movie?
I don't know. Do we really need a George Foreman movie? It's a cool comeback story, but like
I think it's better as a doc.
Yeah, like, I think you do a doc for that. Like I think you do like
PG-13 boxing movie. I just don't think captures the violence like that.
If it was like Muhammad Ali, okay, sign me up. But like, do I want to know more about George Foreman? No.
How about a movie instead on the George Foreman grill?
Ooh. They're probably gonna have to hit on that in that movie. Like that's part of the comeback, the commercial success out of nowhere. Or I wonder if they show the scene from The Office when Michael Scott sticks his foot or gets his foot accidentally clamped in the George Foreman grill. Okay. When you see like the number, right? You don't realize the rounds. Like I see 160 and 240. I didn't realize that was a 5th and a 7th. I thought that, like whenever I see that number, I'm like, oh, that seems higher, but it's a 5th and a 7th. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I grasped that.
Oh, Steve Tisch is in the war room. They're clapping. They're happy. License plate guys in the building, of course.
Of course he is.
You know, my dad did. My dad is a lifelong Giants season ticket holder, and he like didn't know who license plate guy was for a while. Like I'd be like, oh, like LPG's there, but dad's like, who? And I like show him a photo. Like, oh,
What took so long?
Like, his license plate. I don't know. My dad doesn't like. My dad knows like obviously like the super famous like people like like Fireman Ed and all that stuff. But
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank, yeah. I don't think my dad knows. I should probably show my dad Frank the Tank clips. I think he would get a good laugh. But I show my dad mainly like radio hosts freakouts, and my dad finds those hilarious.
Every
like,
time.
I showed my dad the Don LaGreca No Michael K rant.
Did
you ever see that one recently?
That guy really deserves to have his name on the show.
He does. But you saw that bit from like this summer where he starts screaming, I've been on the air for 15 years, no Michael K. I do Rangers pre and post game, no Michael K. I'm an excellent driver. Michael K got nothing.
By the way, the Bills are going to trade with Jacksonville as well. They're going to pick it 1 to 5.
Harvard's and picks.
The Bills be really confident.
Yeah. Okay. Maryland. Okay. Took a deep back. I
Deontay
like
Baker from Maryland, the cornerback. Giants are picking help in the secondary. Look at that. What do you think about this?
I like Deontay Banks. Solid pick. We needed cornerback help. We saw that late last year. We needed depth at corner. I think that was one of our weaker positions. So I like him. He's a little undersized. He's 6 foot 197, but actually, yeah, 6 is fine for a corner.
Yeah, as long as he's quick and has hops.
But obviously, Maryland's Big Ten school. He's faced a lot of tough talent there. From what I'm seeing on film and what I've known him, good ball hawk. So hopefully it translates to the NFL. It's a whole different game, but going up against in that conference, there's a lot of good, usually receivers, fast receivers, speedy kind of guys.
Yeah, especially all these Ohio State receivers.
Ohio State receivers, Michigan State receivers, Iowa. So I like it. I think there's
good.
Solid pick. I feel good about it. I was thinking they were going to go receiver or even linebacker, but I think corner was a position that they were eyeing, and I think it's solid. I like the pick a lot. Because I think it was a position that was lacking depth. And with the run of the top receivers off the board, I clearly see this team going receiver probably in the 2nd or 3rd round. So with the depth at wide receiver in the later part of the round. So congrats to Deontay Banks. Welcome to New York. I'm excited to see you. When was the last time the Giants took a corner in the 1st round? Was it Prince Amukamara? No, DeAndre Baker, right?
Or Eli Apple?
No, I think it was DeAndre Baker. Let me see.
Yeah, confirm that.
Yeah. I think it was DeAndre, and that didn't pan out. But list of Giants 1st round picks. Let's see. Let's scroll. Scroll. Yeah, DeAndre Baker in 2019 was the last corner the Giants took in the 1st round. Before that, it was Eli Apple in 2016. And then you have to go all the way back to 2011. Prince Amukamara at 19 was the last time the Giants took a corner. So, got to hope this pans out. Adds to the defense. I like it. Matt, what do you think of the pick?
I think after we got beat so bad, how many points did we give up against the Eagles? 31. Was it 40? And I like this pick, especially if it turns out to be shut down defense. If it helps, if Banks can be the person who, especially against these tough receivers in our division, whether it's the duo of Smith and AJ Brown on the Eagles, whether it's CeeDee Lamb on the Cowboys, whether it's Terry on Washington, I think this is something we really need, and I'm really excited for it. So Deontay Banks coming out of Maryland.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. I'll take it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna go see if how the Giants fans are feeling.
It seems like a pretty accepting stuff.
Will Levis continues to fall, so there's that. License plate guy likes to pick.
Well, as long as license plate guy does.
Yeah, the leader of the fan base. Let's see. There's a guy I follow on Twitch a lot who's on YouTube who's a big Giants fan. He hasn't reacted yet, so I don't know what his reaction is. Let's see. Yeah, another beat writer loves the pick. So it looks like it's getting well received. He has drawn Deontay Banks at 24. He has drawn comparisons to current Ravens Pro Bowler Marlon Humphrey. So as long as he turns out to be him, get us a Pro Bowl corner, I will take that for sure.
Hell yeah. And as long as we don't have a corner that has terrible penalties in the Super Bowl, like one who is an alumni of this team, we're gonna be all right. But yeah, I seriously do like it.
Yeah,
I just have to do more research on him.
Yeah, I usually do a lot of my you guys are not I do a lot of my analysis like post draft, right? Like,
yeah,
when we do our post draft show, you guys will see me dive deep. Like you've seen me before about where I do this like post draft stuff where I'm like,
right.
I look at footage and that's what I did. Like I didn't know who Daniel Jones was when he got drafted. Like I heard of him and I was like, I didn't really want the draft.
I didn't even heard of him.
But I was like, okay, like I heard of him only because of like the draft rumblings, right? Like I heard of him leading into the draft. Like the Giants might lean to him, but I'm like, I didn't really watch a lot of him. I watched a few highlights. Then he gets picked, and I went like deep dive of like, okay, this is what I like about him. This is what I don't like about him. So I'll do that, obviously, with Banks, all the other Giants draft picks coming up, a lot of these other guys in the first round, other than kind of the top 5 guys who we knew about. But like these guys later on, I'll kind of start looking at them. So
for sure, it's going to be the second week of May for that one.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So give it a week to breathe, and then we'll break down where we think this is all going. But I'm really, even though, again, I do want them to get a solid receiver with some promise, most of all, and especially get some more help protecting Saquon and Daniel Jones. But adding to this defense is definitely an A+ here.
Chris, with a couple comments, said Vinny the Gooch is a legend. We agree. Giants have to go wide receiver to be moving up one spot with that much equity traded. Well, they went corner. So, Chris, if you're here still, what do you feel about the Giants pick? You heard what me and Matt had to say. But here, or anyone who's here, drop a comment on what you guys think after our analysis of the Giants. But they go corner. We thought they might go wide receiver, but it looks like they're probably going to aim for a wide receiver in the second round. Bills go with Dalton Kincaid out of Utah, the tight end.
Interesting. I guess they don't believe in Knox,
receiver.
huh?
Yeah, I guess not. Or they add depth with Knox. You have a formidable 2 tight end set, Dalton Kincaid and Knox. That could be a good duo. But Bills add more to their offense. So interesting decision there. Their defense is obviously out of this world, but interesting to see that they go tight end here. That looks a little bit small. How tall is he?
So right here, they say he's 6'4", so 6'4", 246.
So a little taller than me.
He was ranked first amongst all the tight ends in this draft.
Yeah. But yeah, he looks solid. I mean, I don't know why on footage he looks smaller than he is, but he just kind of good blocker. It looks like, yeah, he does a little bit of both. Good frame. Solid pick from the Bills. It's gonna be interesting to see how they use him. It looks like he has the speed to kind of, he looks like kind of the modern age tight end. So Could be.
I think
interesting to
now
see if he
I think we're going to see another tight end getting picked by Dallas. Remember, Dalton Schultz
Yeah.
went to Houston. This would be a good time to get Michael Mayer from Notre Dame,
I can see
who
that.
Mike Francesa loves. So
We already
keep
know
that in mind.
We already know he's jinxed. He's jinxed. Don't touch him.
Man.
Take
Can you
the third.
imagine?
Take the third on your list. Man. Evan Roberts on Twitter said, "I still can't believe we're staring at Knicks Heat."
Yeah, that nobody saw that one coming.
No, absolutely not. Skip Bayless is heated. He tweets
Man.
all caps. No, I was one pick away from Dalton Kincaid and Buffalo leapfrogged my Cowboys and stole them right out from under Jerry's upturned nose. Devastating.
Man, I couldn't imagine betting on this and having that happen.
Chris, how do you feel? You're a Cowboys fan. How do you feel that he's off the board?
This dude
Chris
looks like a
also
'90s
He does.
movie
I
actor.
saw that. He does.
Michael
That dude's
Mayer.
that guy's gonna get a bunch of endorsements. Chris comments, I like Banks, but going off Giants record of first round corners, he's gonna bust with the crying, laughing face emoji.
That is true.
We better
Not a good
hope
track
that's not the
record.
trend, but yeah, you do have a point. 3 out of the now, well, we took 4 corners in the first round. 3 of them you could argue were busts. Prince was solid for a few seasons.
He did well in Chicago.
And then he left and he did well in Chicago. But for 2 years, he was decent, but not great.
We also have Joe Shane picking this time.
Yeah, that's it. Baker, complete bust. We obviously know off the field issues. He hasn't even panned down the NFL. I think he's out of the league. I know the Chiefs picked him up, but I think he's out of the league. And then Eli Apple, we know, is just burnt toast, but somehow has a job in Cincinnati.
Played in a Super Bowl.
He played a Super Bowl, but talks smack like he's a top corner, but gets absolutely crucified left and right. But Chris, if you're here, how do you feel that the tight end Kincaid got taken? You still have Mayer on the board, so that could be solid if you guys go Mayer. I like him too, but it looks like Cowboys fans really wanted Kincaid, but now he's off the board. So Chris, if you're here, interesting to hear what you think as a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's definitely going to be Mayer.
Yeah. Well, they compared him to Witten already, so we already know, he's bound to be a Cowboy. See, to me, he has the stockier tight end frame than Kincaid. Kincaid, like I said, is the more modern build. Like he can be, you can have him out wide as like a receiver and he can do things. Mayer looks like he's more of the blocking, but can still make plays. He's still the athlete that can make plays, but he's definitely.
And remember who they are replacing, somebody who was able to get points and yards for Dallas. And I'm sure he can. I really think he could continue the same in Houston. Yeah,
you think Chris thinks O-line is a bigger need. That could be an interesting discussion too. I think O-line could be a bigger need for you guys, but yeah, I agree, Matt, with Schultz. It kind of sucks that Schultz turned down that extension and then go to Houston, but yeah, so looks like the Cowboys, other than Jerry Jones, are standing up and excited. Now Jerry Jones is standing up and excited, but for a second there, he looked a little disheveled. But we'll see. The Cowboys pick should be announced any moment, and then after that, I'm going to grab my computer charger so I don't die midstream on us, and probably grab a drink.
For sure. We just got 4 more picks to go, so yeah.
4 more picks.
Got that. All right, they made the pick. In Dallas?
Is that a watch party in Dallas? It has to be, right? Why is it so damn crowded? I mean, it's Dallas, so I'm not surprised. But my God, that place is crowded. It's the draft, guys. Relax.
It's the most important draft till the next one.
You don't see us Giants fans and Jets fans cramming at MetLife or someplace near MetLife for the draft.
Mm-hmm. They don't want to waste time at Reds.
I guess not. I mean, there's definitely people at Reds that I watch in the draft.
Mm-hmm. Man, Will Levis isn't going to be a first-round draft pick.
Yeah, that is crazy. Crazy. He's going early second round, and he has to. But and Hendon Hooker, that's going to be an interesting one to see.
Adam Schefter reports about Will Levis. He took meetings with the Panthers, Texans, Colts, Raiders, Titans, Bucks, Falcons, Patriots. I mean, they still could pick him up, but they didn't use their first-round pick on him.
Dallas go Will Levis, and then they trade Dak Prescott.
Oh, God. Do it just because. Looks like okay, interesting here. The Dallas Cowboys are going to go with a defensive tackle.
Ooh, okay.
And the pick is. Why did my notification disappear?
Let's see. Oh, there a second. Mozzie Smith from Michigan, the defensive tackle from Michigan. Mozzie Smith.
Interesting. What do you think about this?
I don't know if the Chris would know. He's a Cowboys fan. I don't know if the tackle was really a huge need for them. I know they needed help on defense, so I can see why they did it. I thought offensive line or tight end was a bigger need for them than a defensive tackle, but Mozzie Smith is a freak. He's 6'3", 323.
Yeah,
just a huge kind of like run-stopping D tackle. So I guess I understand why, because Cowboys late in the season were just getting destroyed on the interior.
With an aging DeMarcus Lawrence too.
Yeah, so like I think it's a solid pick. I probably would have gone with a tight end or offensive lineman. I think those were two of the bigger needs for Cowboys, but I think Mozzie's not a terrible compensation. I think he's just going to shore up that defense a little bit. So don't hate it, don't love it. I'm kind of just neutral towards it, but interesting. Like I said, I thought O-line or tight end were bigger needs for them, but they go D tackle.
Guess not.
It's the Cowboys. Cowboys going to Cowboy.
Mozzie Smith. What's the name theory on that one? Jacksonville's picking at 27.
This is going to be an interesting one too. I wonder what they like. Do they go offensive side of the ball on the line? Do they add
another
defense?
linebacker to the mix?
I mean, Smith is still available. I would think he would fit perfectly in Jacksonville. But there's a couple of names, nice names left on the board here late. So it's going to be interesting to see what the team does. But now we're in break. I'm going to run and be right back, get my charger, and get a drink real quick.
Perfect. Another news, everybody. Let's see. Let's quickly go around the world of sports to see what happened while we wait for Alex. All right. So the top events today. It says like the Golden Knights trying to cap off the Winnipeg Jets up 2-0. Lightning keeps their season alive, defeating a hot Toronto team, winning 4-2. The Celtics officially clinch their round and they defeat the Hawks and take care of them mightily. So we're going to see. So the West Coast is set. So the quarterfinals, the conference quarterfinals is set. We're going to have Knicks. We're going to have Knicks and Heat on Sunday at 1 from the Garden. We're going to have, I assume either Monday or Tuesday, we're going to see the Sixers and the Celtics battle it out. And it's going to be all West Coast. We're still figuring it out. The only team that advanced were the Nuggets. The only team that advanced were the Suns. And and the Nuggets. Sorry, they both advanced. Suns and Nuggets both advanced, so they're going to start game 1 on Saturday night. So good stuff there, and we'll see what happens with the Kings and Warriors. The Warriors, I think, will be able to close out that series. Going to be their home court. How can they not win? So we're going to have Golden State defeat the Warriors. Sorry, we're going to have Golden State defeat the Kings on Friday night. I think they're going to end it once and for all. But a amazing start to what could be a great era in Sacramento. And they have the Grizzlies and the Lakers in what at times could be a volatile series. I think the Lakers are going to be able to cap off with the momentum they have in their home court. LeBron is angry. They want to embarrass people like Dylan Brooks, John Morant, having a tough series. And I think the Lakers are going to cap it off. Look at these lower seeds making moves. A 7th seed, if they could pull this off. Maybe the quarterfinals could be a preview of who's winning the West. But, I mean, if LeBron and the Lakers are hot, especially, that'll be a lot of fun. But, I mean, a Warriors-Lakers series, pretty cool stuff. And then looks like Aaron Judge is going to take a couple of days off with his hip discomfort after a very awkward slide. What's up with these players not knowing how to slide in the older part of your career? Like, come on. Pretty messy stuff there. And then we have the Mets just holding on, trying to avoid the sweep. They're able to defeat the Nationals on a walk-off. You can thank Jeff McNeil with this. So good stuff from the Metropolitans on that one. Oh, I was talking, Alex. So we have 6 of the final 8 teams set in the NBA. If we get I think the 2 teams in Game 6, the home court teams are going to win it. It's going to be the Warriors taking care of the Kings and ending their season, even though the Kings couldn't have any more momentum winning the first 2 games. If they could somehow get to Game 7 in their building, I think the Warriors are in trouble, but that is a daunting task. And then I think you cannot have more momentum on the Lakers side again on the home court as well. Dylan Brooks just literally ended their season. John Morant hasn't been able to take over. I think we're going to see a Warriors-Lakers postseason series, Curry and LeBron once again. I don't think, Will Levis, if this is his girlfriend here, I think he's going to be just fine as a second-round pick.
It could be interesting. I know. Now I wouldn't say New Orleans, but they just gave out that money to the car. So I think he's falling to the second round. It's kind of wild. But to me, just to go back to the NBA real quick before we go back to the draft, I think the Kings are going to win. In 7, I think they're going to come back and win.
I would like to see that. I just think my heart.
I know the Warriors getting win on the road was huge because they were historically bad as a road team. So that was huge. But I think the Kings just have a little bit more fight in them. I think they're going to win this one and then force Game 7. I do like your Lakers pick. I think the Lakers going back home after a disappointing loss. I think, especially the way LeBron played, I don't think that's going to replicate himself, and I think they're going to try to punish Dylan Brooks. So he had a good game last night. I mean, not good, but he had a couple of big threes for them. But he's been, I don't know why they're still starting him because he just can't shoot. I know he's just like a defensive guy, but yeah, no, I like I think the Lakers are going to win back home. Yeah, they had a chance in the third to get back into that game, but they kind of just fell apart, and the Lakers took it, or the Grizzlies took advantage. So that's why I think the Lakers are not going to lose at home. So should be fun.
How do we like the offensive tackle pick from Jacksonville? Right, I like here
it a lot.
And his name is Anton Harrison, by the way.
I think just bolstering the offensive line for Jacksonville was, I think, my pick for them. Their offense is set. They have a really, really good offense, or a really good offensive weapons. So I like this pick just to keep Trevor Lawrence upright, because there was times last year where that team just was a absolute mess. At least protecting Lawrence. So any way you can add him, I think it's good.
to add to the young core. So solid pick by Jacksonville. And they got some value because they traded back in the draft and got additional picks just to get eventually their guy. So yeah. So also Adam Schefter made a good point, and I forgot about this, but Cam Robinson, his start of the season, he's going to get suspended. So that could have been a little bit of a factor as to why they also went offensive tackle, but they also probably liked him too. But at least just give this guy some extra reps with Cam Robinson being
right
out to start the season.
So we have we just have the Bengals, the Bengals, the Saints, and
Eagles
we have
and the Chiefs.
Mhm.
So those four. So
Cincinnati. You know, they have an opening at tight end.
they do.
CJ Uzama, has been a Jet, even though they barely used him last season. But they could use that.
The Bengals current, or is that like? Am I thinking? Let me see. I think
Let's double check on that one.
Yeah, is it Irv Smith? Yeah, when was Hayden Hurst last on that team? I don't know. I always think of him. It was Irv Smith.
Yeah, he was there last year, but he's now in Carolina.
Yeah. So it's Irv Smith. It was Irv Smith and Drew Sample on the second line. So I think they have some room in the tight end position. I think they also
and then put Michael Mayer on that one.
Yeah, I think
pick is in.
I think they also need the offensive line a little,
they're
but
not.
good defense too. So no, they're not.
Miles Murphy from Clemson, the edge rusher, is going.
I like that. I like that a lot too. I think they needed to bolster their defense a little bit.
Yeah, you were just talking about him at the start of this.
Yeah. So I like that a lot for them.
That was quick.
Yeah.
All right.
So I like Miles Murphy. You add to the edge. They obviously have Sam Hubbard. They have Reader. That help. I think it helps. I think their defense, at least their pass rush needed some work. So I think Miles Murphy out of Clemson, solid. I like it a lot. We got the Saints pick next, and then the Eagles. Now the Eagles could draft yet another person from Georgia who's still on the board.
And who do you think that is?
Nolan Smith. If he goes to the Eagles, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna be mad.
Maybe the Saints could take him.
Please, Saints. Don't start the Eagle Bulldogs at this rate, because that's what they're doing.
The Eagle Bulldogs. Oh my god. Well, hopefully they can adjust with their new defensive coordinator in time.
Yeah, that too. I think though the Eagles will be fine. They're
unbelievable.
But they draft yet another guy from Georgia. I'm calling collusion.
And Derek Carr is the quarterback of this team now.
Yeah. This is the Saints one. I really wonder what they're going to do here, because I feel like they have a good amount of holes, but like also not a lot of draft capital to help fix that quickly. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. They could be trading too. Like I could see them trade and try to regain some draft capital. When does the second round start? Does it start tomorrow night?
Yep.
Or is it like midday?
I think it goes Friday, then pretty much all the rest of the rounds are combined.
Like yeah, it's like Saturday
through till Sunday. The big one I'm waiting for, my brother's school has this guy Titus O'Neil. Wait, no, did I say Titus O'Neil? The wrestler, the WWE wrestler? No, sorry. Let me get his name right. Oh man. But Titus O'Neil, one of the greatest WWE performers of all time. No, Titus Leo. He is a defensive end out of Wagner, and they think that he might be picked as high as the third round coming out of Wagner College where my brother plays. So hopefully we see him get drafted this weekend.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely. I see Daniel Bellinger, our tight end, is saying great job for Kincaid. That's nice. Oh man, they're really milking these commercials
I
out.
know, like they're just gonna they're gonna backload all of them. Some comment, so there's a comment on a Will Levis post, and someone put I said he goes, he didn't, someone goes for Will Levis, and someone commented he didn't know drinking mayonnaise wouldn't boost his stock. You guys haven't seen it, it's disturbing, but the dude literally put mayonnaise in his coffee. Oh, that's my mic stuff. He put mayonnaise in his coffee and stirred it in like an interview and proceeded to drink it. It was horrifying. So
I mean,
maybe
it's
why he's
that's a
not gonna be
Curb Your
first on there.
Enthusiasm skit right there.
But it's like,
What is this movie? Strays? You see this, Alex?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's a hard pass. Hard pass for me. Not seeing that thing in theaters.
I never liked the animatronic. I never liked the live action. I never liked the live action dog movies,
Yeah.
even the sweet ones. Mr. Levis, how many blondes do you want sitting with you in the green room? Yes. Like I said, Will Levis will be fine. Or I don't know, Alex. I mean, it really just shows. Maybe he turned people off. All this stuff really matters.
Yeah.
You know? It says rounds 2 and 3 are tomorrow, and I guess 4 through 6 is Saturday. And then they'll have and then people will look at and people will be really into Mr. Irrelevant this season.
Yeah.
After the greatest Mr. Irrelevant made his mark. But the pick is in for New Orleans. You know, Art Stapleton, a Giants writer, who's really good.
He
really says good. Here, Joe Shane says it got pretty tense as the wide receivers were coming off the board.
Yeah.
We had a lot of irons in the fire, and the deal they had with Jacksonville was in place earlier today. But I guess they were really interested in a receiver, and they just got beat to it. He says he likes Marvin Mims. What school is he from?
Wasn't Mim
Comes out of Oklahoma. Was a first team All Big 12. And we now have another pick. The Saints pick is in.
Brian Bree from Clemson, the tackle.
Interesting. Brian Brees, as you said. Brees.
I think Commissioner Goodell said Brzee.
Brzee.
Like Brzee it sounded like, but my volume is low over here.
Yeah, he said Brzee. The
tackle from Clemson, again, not a name I'm huge. I know huge about.
Let him in.
Let's see, 6'5", 298, big guy.
See, a nice intimate family party.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have the Eagles again. Do you think there's a good chance that Levis and Monk get our high second round picks. Why don't
Levis
we
and
quickly?
Hooker, you mean? Or
Yeah, sort of Hooker. Why did I say Monk?
we were talking
Oh,
basketball
man.
before, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like. I have no idea what Pittsburgh's doing with their quarterback. I mean,
you don't think Kenny Pickett will?
I think they. I think
gonna,
they'll. Yeah, I think they're going to stay because of Pickett. They took him in like the top 15, so they'll probably not take another quarterback, especially after this year. So I'm going to look at the second round draft order real quick, but
the Rams, maybe the Rams.
maybe the Rams.
I think I think that's almost a must. Matt Stafford is definitely at the end of his career. There's no Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
You got to go with that. You have Seattle again after that.
Round 1, round 2. You got the Colts. No, they took their guy. You have the Rams. Yeah, so the Rams at 36. You got the Raiders at 38. Maybe you have them train another Jimmy G. You got the Titans at 41. I would think if I had to guess, I think it's either Rams for Levis at 36 or Titans at 41. I think that's where you'll fall. Hooker is going to be interesting because I don't know how highly teams think of Hooker. So, because again, he's another project. So, do they think that's like an early? Do you think that's like early or mid? Like Hooker can go to the Commanders at 47 if Levis is off the board. Patriots can take a look at 46, but I doubt it. It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I would think Levis doesn't fall past 50. I'm gonna say 50.
That room is empty. There was definitely more people last time.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, we get it. He's not getting drafted though. They need it. I'm watching ESPN. I think it's let the guy go home with his again extremely beautiful girlfriend and seems to be a nice family, and he'll be fine.
Like and who knows, right? Like they'll be fine. You use this as fuel, right? Like your most recent example is Jalen Hurts, right? Like we knew the talent, but a lot of other NFL teams didn't think he was NFL ready. Falls to the second round. He was in the Super Bowl last year. Let Levis use this as motivation. And if he's the guy, a lot of teams are going to look real stupid for passing up on him. Once over, hopefully not twice over. He should not fall past. To me, he should not fall past 50. But again, that's a huge drop off, right? This guy was supposed to be a lock top 15 pick. He's gonna end up somewhere before 50, hopefully. Like that's crazy.
And if he does it though, then maybe there's something that we don't know.
Yeah. Well, if you would think at that point, right? Because like that's gonna be the biggest storyline going into the second round is like, why did Will Levis fall? Why if Nolan Smith doesn't take, why did Nolan Smith fall? We understand Hayden Hooker again, older, still a little bit of problems even with his age, but like that would be the thing going into tomorrow night is why did Levis fall from a top 15 pick all the way to wherever he gets picked in the second round.
Right.
So
where's Stenson Bender getting picked? 6?
He's probably gonna. To me, the highest he'll get picked is like the 4th round. I love Stetson. I want him to get drafted, but the highest I had is 4th. But like, yeah, he'll probably be like a late 5th, early 6th, if anything.
Interesting. And I wonder what the Chiefs are going to do. I think they might even get another wide receiver.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they go receiver.
Maybe get another defensive end, a new defensive end.
Add to the defense. I know they can always add to the defense.
See Sirianni talking with somebody.
If they take Nolan Smith, I'm going to lose my shit.
Also, this is a 31. This is a 31 for pick first round. Okay, the pick is in. Jalen Carter, the defensive tackle.
Carter got taken
Wait,
ninth.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Why?
They're doing a recap, so it's confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're recapping this.
Oh man, I've been up all day.
Yeah, we've been up all day, me and you. I've been up since like 8:30 because I had to go to the dentist at 9 and I had to go straight to work after.
I've been up. That's when I started my day at 8:32.
That was confusing. Why would they do a recap like that? Why didn't you just give us like a graphic? But again, if I hear his name, I'm gonna lose it.
Had a FU San Diego moment.
You're right. I think that was on the teleprompter. Yeah. Good amount of Eagles fans. The draft.
Oh man, terrible. After this,
the Eagles do need to bring back the old school jerseys more, though. I have to say, I always like their throwback jerseys, even though I hate the Eagles. They're always nice.
Yeah, those Doug Williams type. Yeah, and
like the Randall Cunningham, lightish green with the white, the
Herm Edwards.
Yeah, Herm Edwards. Yeah. First miracle of Meadowlands. We don't talk about the second one because we lived through that one.
It's not even a miracle that helped either of the franchises.
No, it wasn't like that. Like got them to the Super Bowl or something.
It's very few legitimate, amazing moments. Oh, that's sweet. Are they booing her? Travis Kelce's Jason and Travis Kelce's mom.
No, they cheered. They cheered.
Who are these guys? Oh, I don't really know.
I
obviously know. I know who Dude Perfect is, but I don't know. I don't know what they look like.
Yeah, I always forget how they look. I haven't watched their videos in a while, but they're huge. They started. Look at they started off small, and look at them now. They're one of the top channels. They're crazy,
right? Even though I've seen like videos how they manipulate. They use a lot of green screen. And Donna Kelsey seems tall.
Well, she might be in heels one.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Oh. Wait, what is this? This is a straight up waste of time.
This is a straight up waste of time.
Okay, what does that get out of? Alex, are you gonna happen to watch James Corden's last episode? We're up enough that you could try for it.
I don't know. I might tune in for a second. Oh my god! It's literally the Eagle Bulldogs. It is literally the Eagle Bulldogs.
Tell us, Alex, what happened.
Nolan Smith, linebacker out of Georgia. All my favorite Georgia or some of my favorite Georgia players I watched as a Georgia fan are now all on my rival team. That is now four Georgia players in the last 2 years that are now a member of the Eagles.
This guy's hyped.
Oh my god! And Nolan Smith is so good. Good for him. He was hurt late in the year, if I remember correctly. Let me double check that. I'm blanking. That whole season was a blur after that championship. Let's see. He's had his injury be messed. Yeah, he had a torn pec. But he's solid. He's a sideline guy, great speed, great leader. Everyone rallies around him. And now I'm gonna have to deal with him torment the Giants for the next 10 years.
Or maybe we finally are the ones to do the torment.
Hopefully. But Nolan Smith it's official now. The Eagles are the Eagle Bulldogs. Because now, as you add to the count, let me look.
I see people on Twitter saying that the Eagles won the draft.
The Eagles are doing insanely well. They now have, in the last 2 years, Jordan Davis, the Kobe Dean. They added Jalen Carter today, and now Nolan Smith. So
bring it on, Daniel Jones.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh look, here we go. Last 2 drafts, as I said, Jalen Carter, 9th overall pick. Nolan Smith, 30th in this year's draft. Jordan Davis, obviously 13th pick last year, and the Kobe Dean, who I thought was the steal of the draft last year, at 83rd overall. Obviously, he had a shoulder injury. He was up and down, but if the potential is there for him, so good on the Eagles. They're drafting insanely well. Insanely well.
Oh boy. Now let's see what the reigning champions are gonna do.
I was hoping the Giants would pick Kobe Dean last year, and I was hoping maybe the Giants would look at Smith this year, but I understand them going with the secondary pick. But if they're going to go linebacker, I would love that Smith.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to go with the veterans on
defense,
the linebackers,
which is fine. But yeah, the Eagles, the team that made it to the Super Bowl, bolstering their defense even more. So good on them. And now the Super Bowl trophies are coming out for.
This guy's so serious.
They're both so serious.
I always wonder how heavy that trophy really is.
What do you think? I think it probably weighs like. What do you think it weighs? I think like
maybe 25 pounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 25, 30 at most.
Oh, now they're gonna put are they gonna put the most recent one there now?
I would think they would. I don't know why they didn't walk out with.
This is the unveiling.
I guess that's the most recent, too, right? It looks like Wait, do the Chiefs? No, they have more than 2, right?
Yeah, they got 3.
Yeah.
2 with Mahomes, 1 with Super Bowl 4, London Dawson.
Yeah.
So 3, yeah. Beat the Vikings Super Bowl 4. You know, it's crazy to think of like when football in the 70s, like the 60s, 70s. Well, all the football up until like the 80s with no headset.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's always when like the stadium's rocking. They have to try to call plays. I'm like, how did they just like figure that out back in the day? They just must have just screamed.
Right? Just
scream the guy's ear, yeah. But then again, like I feel like play calling, and I could be wrong here, but I feel like play calling has gotten more complex throughout the years. Like, that's what I think. Like play calling,
right?
It went from like I feel there's been an evolution of it to try to like throw defenses off so that people don't read it. But I feel like back then they probably could just say like 3 words and
they just know
what the play was. Yeah.
And you know, most of these players just have, even the top, they just have all their plays on a wristband.
Yeah, that's not they have that, you know. But same thing, right? Like they have their like core set of plays, and they just kind of like audible off.
Yeah, blue 17.
What else? Yeah, yeah, Omaha Zebra Dagger 52. I don't, like it's just.
All right, what are the Chiefs gonna do? Taking their time.
So this Pitt, this is the last pick of the first one, right?
Yep, this is it. Uh-oh. The anticipation. What's about to happen?
Kind of crazy that it's almost midnight and we just got done with the first round.
Yeah, right? I thought it ended like at 11.
Well, that's what I thought.
There's just all this extra promotion.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's like the dude perfect thing. Like that's perfect for the second round. You get the fans juiced.
Yeah,
keep them juiced.
Like you're really loyal if you're past the first round.
Yeah.
But yeah, this took way too long. Yo, I see this funny picture of Russell Wilson. It says here his girlfriend thought she was set for life. Nope.
Nope.
Man, that must suck a lot. If you're an ex of somebody who
Dude, did you hear the Christian Wood story? I know we're talking NBA a little bit. Did you hear Christian Wood story?
well, what happened to him?
Like Christian Wood's story was like he had like the girl, right? Like same thing, kind of like with Ross, but like he had the girlfriend. He goes undrafted, right? So the girlfriend like leaves him because he went undrafted. And obviously now this dude is like a decent player in the NBA. And has like the bag, like he's making like whatever, actually, almost probably like 20 million a year, give or take. Let's just say on his contract. And she left him because he went undrafted. And
how could you show how shallow of a person you are by doing that?
Yeah, like, and now everyone's like, well, at least he has the last laugh and knew like he has like he's
good for him.
now. Like good for him that he kept the girl dissed him. He didn't let that get him down. He worked hard, and now he has like a decent NBA contract, and he's like a decent player.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, the pick is in.
Joey Porter Jr. Maybe? They're really milking it. It's the last pick in the first round. Just get to the podium.
Yeah, this is getting stupid.
Oh no, they're going to commercial break. You got to be kidding. I know they're looking at the aerial.
I will say at the beginning, the NFL did great drafting the 3 players who were killed at the University of Virginia. That was sweet at the beginning. That was cool. But everything else, those extra stuff, save it for next year.
I say save it a second, third round, but like stuff like that, like that's important to me. Like that's cool. They're honorary draftees. We need stuff like that when times are tough, especially for those families. Oh, there's his 3rd Super Bowl trophy.
That's what you made us wait for.
They're trying to find it in the back. Where is it? All right, we found it. All right, go on, no.
All right, the final pick is Felix Anyudike Uzama.
Solid.
All right. He is the defensive line. He's a defensive lineman. I don't know if he's related to CJ.
But I think it's just CJ Uzama, but he could be part of the 3. Who knows? Oh, they saw fireworks for the last pick in the first round.
He's actually from Kansas State.
Uzama. Kansas State, so they stay local.
All right, the defensive end.
Well, not necessarily Missouri, but close enough. Kansas State.
Yeah, right.
But
what an ending, huh?
What an ending!
All right, we
Will
appreciate
Levis
that.
Officially not a first-round pick. Crazy.
Yeah, Will Levis not a first-round pick. I think no major blockbuster trades.
No,
had some swaps.
The only big one was really the Texans moving up to 3.
Yeah,
that was really like the surprising trade, if you will. But that was a big trade. But other than that, a lot of just your typical swaps. Nothing shocking.
And I guess the huge upgrades on defense with the Eagles, but we'll see. They are really young, but I guess it doesn't matter. But Alex, you killed it. Thank you so much for doing a great job. I want to thank Alex Ranelio and Hayden Nadler for coming on and doing their part. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your support. And we love each and every single one of you. But that'll complete our productive cast. A week, not next week, but the week after, we will recap and review the NFL draft as a whole. And we'll be continuing to produce great content for weeks to come. We'll see you back on Tuesday, the Productive Conversations podcast. Anything else you want to say, Alex?
No, this was a lot of fun. It went a lot longer than we thought, but thanks to everyone who stopped by, who commented, who supported us. We appreciate you guys. It's only the beginning. It's the official start of the 2023 NFL season now.
Oh,
It's going to be exciting. Stay tuned. Thanks everyone for stopping by again, Matt. It's always fun. It's always fun to do this every year, and it's fun that we got to do a live stream of it. I'm looking forward to everything in the upcoming year.
Oh man, this is going to be a special season, and we'll keep enjoying it. We'll see him with more coverage on wrestling and NBA and MLB and everything else in between. But great stuff, Alex, and thank you to the greatest listeners in the world. We will see you next week. All right,
Later.
bye, everyone.